Hey. Alright, there we go. Sorry, just needed a quick restart. Sorry about that. You know, shit happens. Anyway, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for the next game between the sides of Mineski and Boom ID here in this best of 3 between the two sides to determine who's going to be grabbing the first slot in the grand finals of this open qualifier, or closed qualifier rather, for the minor in Bucharest later next year. Pretty important deal, pretty big matchup. You know, some names we know, some teams we know. Let's see how they get upon faring in this matchup. So Mineski already down one game, trying to change things up right now. Will ban out initially the Sand King, the Magnus, and the Io. Morphling taken out by them as well. On the other side, Boom ID will remove the Enigma, the Brewmaster, the Grimstroke, and the Phantom Lancer in the second phase. And Boom ID, they were the ones that had first pick. They got the Rubik almost immediately. Counted out, Mineski went for the Axe Phoenix. I haven't seen Phoenix as much lately. And Boom ID go for this Beastmaster. I was saying earlier with the European game that we're watching that this BM has a lot of currency in this region. So I'm not surprised to see it coming out here for Boom ID. As well, it gives them Inner Beast Aura, which helps them deal with the Supernova in some limited capacity, which helps a lot. It helps a lot. I wonder what they're actually going to do here, Boom ID, in terms of their team fights. Oh, are they going to pick Ember? Terrorblade, okay. Okay, so Mineski doesn't want to lose. You pick this Terrorblade hero when you're like, yo guys, we're kind of trying not to lose. And it's in a game where they've already had the Phantom Lancer being banned out. They banned the Morphling themselves from Mineski. So I would pick Ember Spirit, honestly. I think Ember Spirit is still pretty good. I guess one of the things that they have to take into account right now from Boom ID is the fact that, okay, firstly you already have some BKB Pierce and Disable through the Beastmaster. Now you need a little bit more beef. I'm not convinced that this is going to be a core Beastmaster. It could very well be a support as well. We'll have to see how the rest of the draft unfolds. They might want to pick a carry hero for themselves, a carry or a mid, to sort of hide what they're doing. Alright, they go Lion, so they're guaranteed that it's going to be... Actually, no, Rubik can go mid as well. And normally I would mind it, but this isn't a game versus Terrorblade. Fade Bolts would be amazing here. The amount of damage that you actually reduce from the enemy is insane and obscene. So, wouldn't even be the worst thing to see coming out from them right now. Also, Boom ID has actually looked really, really good of late. So, I'm pretty glad to see that they've been out here. And that they actually would like to see Boom ID. They've been at a minor before, am I not mistaken? It feels like there was some minor that they were at somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, we want to see them be out here. You know, you want the names that are usually represented in all these tournaments to switch up every now and then. Give greater opportunity to other people to play. So I wouldn't even mind too much if they ended up beating out Mineski for this one. I mean, every player on Mineski, with the exception of JT, all of them have won a major tournament somewhere on the world before. So it's fine. It's fine to just give them other people an opportunity to shine as well, you know. So now with Boom ID having picked this Lion, not only do they have some illusion clear with the mana drain from the Lion, they also have some burst magical damage to complement the burst magic that they had already from the Rubik. More control that they have. Instant Hex is great on even on the Phoenix. And as well, another thing that Lion does, which is really, really nice in this particular game, it combos up nicely with the Rubik. The increased damage from the Arcane Supremacy means that Lion is super strong in basically everything he does around the Rubik. This time, Boom ID will be the ones that pick up the PA. Dazzle's still firmly in the control of Mineski for Pilot Die. But they're gonna actually just exchange core heroes. No, they're not. What did FBZ play? Or Fervian played Jarrow previous game, yeah. He played Jarrow. I'm thinking about another series. Fervian played Gyro. JT played PA. This game, again, they have lots of attack speed to bring down the Supernova. Got some physical damage as well. All these heroes of Mineski do kind of have high armor. Well, at least the Terrorblade does. Phoenix does not. Axe is like mediocre armor. And Dazzle minuses armor. You don't gain armor anymore from the weave. Thank God. So, and in this game, though, they do pick PA into Axe. It's a little bit peculiar. This is normally one of the heroes that I see marshaled against the Phantom Assassin when it seems like she might just go too far off and take over games. You know, you pick yourself a hero like this this good old Axe. Just buy yourself a blade mail, jump on her, she dies. Pretty simple. They ban Huskar. What do they pick? Kunkka for the mid lane. So make it hard for them to pick Ember Spirit still. They're not gonna pick any other. They can't really pick like Invoker or whatever. Well, they can, but the laning phase will be rough. I feel like this Kunkka hero is coming out as one of my top mid laners at the moment. Ah, Monkey King. Okay. Okay. I'm down with Monkey King. I'm fine with this. Decent, very good in the mid lane. One of the few heroes that can actually contest versus a Kunkka in the mid lane. So that's that's automatically one of the high value picks. Very, very good against the PA. If she doesn't kill him immediately and he has Boundless Strike, he can immediately get all your life back. Fighting inside the Wukong's command is great because you get additional armor, and a lot of the damage right now from Boom ID is is physical rather. A natural BKB buyer, so not going to be too concerned about the Lion and the Rubik. This is a very balanced Monkey King game. I'm down with this. I kind of favor the Mineski draft a little bit more, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know about this. It's still possible to just get snowballed upon by Boom ID. Depending on the pace they play the game, if they can get going in the early game and dominate the lanes before Mineski is actually ready with any kind of items, I think this game gets very hard for the Mineski. In particular, it gets very difficult for JT if Moon on the Monkey King gets held at bay by the Kunkka. Then it becomes really difficult to guarantee that this hero is going to be able to create the necessary space for Terrorblade down the line. We'll see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what ends up happening here. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2, Boom ID versus Mineski. Looking for a place in the grand finals of the Southeast Asian qualifiers to get yourself and your whole squad into the minor. If the major couldn't cut it, you know, this has to do. This is so stupid. This mischief in the early game allows... This advantage is too much, actually. He's not carrying any vision at the very least. If he was carrying wards, you just run forward, plant down some wards. It's really annoying. You know, why make this move though if you're not carrying vision? Maybe he's gonna go try pop some smokes. Where are the wards on his team though? It seems they're being carried by Pylite Die alone. But he has one obs. Where's the other one? Did they just forget to buy it? I don't know. This would be very weird. Well, we'll see what ends up happening. Because MK doesn't have it. I don't think JT would be carrying it. Did they only buy one ward? They're probably going to remember that, yo, somebody's supposed to buy a ward for our mid lane. My bad. Oh, the whole of Boom ID all simultaneously DC. That's concerning. Yeah, that's very concerning. Boom ID though, they already have this ward for Yokam at bottom. Fervian, okay, they're coming back into the game, thank God. Fervian's the first one in. Where's their other ward though? Because Yokam has one. Are both teams just playing with one ward right now? Okay. I guess like if you're going to be playing relatively stable lanes and you don't plan to be moving around a lot, you don't really need the additional wards. And given that it's Monkey King versus Kunkka mid, it's not a matchup that like really you can take advantage of high ground positioning for either hero. You know, so it doesn't really matter whether you have the vision or not in this mid lane. Long pause. I like the fact that they're trying to dodge the Axe versus PA lane. It's not really that much fun for the Phantom Assassin. And again, this is one of those heroes that if Axe goes off in this game and is able to get a decently timed battle blade mail, makes life really complicated for Fervian. You just get jumped on, and you're always going to be less tanky than the Axe, so the damage you deal to him, reflected back, will kill you faster than him. As PA, like one of the big counters to this hero is Blade Mail, similar to the Gyrocopter, where buy that one item, and in the absence of BKB, you are screwed. So heroes just drawing on the map, they're just sorting out their issues. Alright, there we go. Everyone's ready. Everyone's G. And game number 2 underway. Boom ID 1 match away from being able to put Mineski into the grave. Well, not really into the grave. He just dropped down to the lower bracket. So it's not like you're out of the tournament. You just have a harder road ahead of you. I really like this Beastmaster hero. I think it should be picked more. In particular, I like this Hawk. This new Hawk seems so crazy to me. Just send this thing and you're like, oh yeah, we need vision over there. There you go. If they don't have sentries, you know, too bad for you guys. Can't see anything. This Observer Ward will spot Yokam. Where did he put his ward though? He put his ward in the lane, so it's not going to be unblocked here. And there was a sentry that they put on the dire side to block this. Why did they block? Oh, okay. So they're anticipating that KP at some point is gonna skip the lane, grab the creep wave in the middle, drag it all the way back to here, and use this camp to farm. And they know they don't have any need for it during the laning phase, when Axe would normally be taking advantage of this kind of setup. And because they're leaving this Beastmaster alone, it seems, here in the top lane, they don't want to have to commit any resources in order to keep him in a situation where they don't feel too bad. Panada's gonna die though, be first blood, brought down by Kescute. So 3 bounty runes, oh no, 2-2, okay, it's fine. 2-2, it's fine. Boom ID just got the kill onto the Dazzle as well. I wonder if Rubik will actually go top or if he'll just skirt on by middle. He's got boots right now, so they could potentially have a kill happen onto Moon. Moon is actually gonna die here, 3 seconds away. No, don't leave your camp. Okay, there we go. 1 second, he has telekinesis. Yeah, Moon is dead. Makoto, 3 seconds until he has the Tidebring again. Will they lift Moon back? Oh no. Because they didn't have the same spell, they didn't have both of their spells online at the same time, they wouldn't have the damage to kill the Monkey King. So they end up letting him go. And now we do see, here's the KP move. It's gonna double stack this creep wave on him. Oh, they kill a Radiant Courier. Oh my god, that's what Yokam was doing, sitting around middle. What a player. Lol, KP is gonna come here and be like, hello? I mean, he's still gonna be able to farm this entire fire creep waves, right? With the double stout shields and the spin, he's perfectly fine here. But it's a lot more effort for him to do, and he has to take a little bit more risks. You know, he loses more health from this, and it's more left, like it's harder for him to get back to the lane. So Beastmaster is just having a grand old time. He's still going to be doing stupid things though, it's pretty dumb. This mid lane, Makoto versus Moon. This is one of those matchups again where it doesn't really go that well for the Monkey King because it's Kunkka. You know, Monkey King can challenge Kunkka, but as long as Kunkka avoids getting jingled up, you still have Tidebringer. The core mechanic of this hero still allows you to survive this lane pretty damn well. Now we see that Fabio is trying to make the similar move at middle, waiting for the courier to deliver items to the Kunkka. Such a moment will not come, and Makoto will just proceed farming. At bottom, we see that JT versus Fervian, the two core players. This is the second time in a row that they're playing up in the same lane as one another. And you have to deal with similar issues as in the previous game, preventing the enemy core from farming whilst getting farm yourself. Thus far, they are even-ish in terms of everything that's happening. But I think this game, the benefits accrues towards the side of Boom ID. Because I think Fervian, like as a Phantom Assassin, you need a better early game than a Terrorblade does. Because TB can go jungle very, very early on. From level 4 onwards, it's pretty safe to go jungle as a Terrorblade. So you need, as a Phantom Assassin, for things to go much better for you in the lane. And I'm glad that they are keeping this. They've moved the Rubik out though. Like he just sort of drifts in and out, harasses mid a bit, comes bottom. They're not keeping him landlocked because they know they're not getting kills. Having a full tri lane and not getting kills is really a waste of everybody's time. So they're doing what they can to make sure that they still are getting something out of this. Getting some experience on Rubik. He's already level 2. Now they might rotate the line out though. It might be his turn to go mid. Makoto is starting to fall behind Moon now though. With 2 points into Jingu. Look how well Moon is positioned actually. This is really well done by him. He's standing right smack bang in the middle of the creeps in a position where if Makoto wants to get off a useful Tidebringer cleave off, he actually has to put himself in range of being hit by this Monkey Bring. So Jungu is almost going to trigger. The X-Torrent will be there. Moon might be in trouble here. He's going to take damage from this tier 1 tower. He might end up losing his life here. Bounder Strike keeps him alive for the time being. The Hex though from Keskute will put him into dangerous territory. The rotation from both supports ensure that they get this kill. And Yokam and Keskute show up in the mid lane. It does end up being a tower that gets the kill, separating the gold between the 3 heroes. But ultimately, you still got the kill onto this Monkey King, allowing Kunkka some much needed time to CS. They might not have to consider keeping a hero here mid, because of how well Moon is doing with this lane. He's almost level 5 on Makoto though. The Hex is there from KSQ. They just all stuck around. Dazzle will now rotate in. At the same time though, while they did this, look what the PA had to do. Fervian just sort of left the lane. There were some creeps that got double pulled by Fabi. So an entire creep wave was denied away from the PA. Oh no, he didn't have vision of the Wilding Ripper. Could have gotten that kill. Feels bad. Could have just thrown the dagger, gotten some free gold. But whatever, shit happens. In the mid lane, they're going to try again to bring down this Monkey King. It's falling fairly low. Now Fabi has rotated in as well. Boundless Strike. Wow, Moon with the damage. Getting the kill onto the Rubik in the mid lane. And this MK is looking good. But the interference being ran by the supports have ensured a situation where Kunkka's caught up a little bit, you know. Only going to be like 5 or 6 CS behind in general. KP will not get caught out, or not get, you won't see Keskute. Does have the Vanguard now, still doing just generic axe things for the time being. I mean, FBZ has also been just free farming this lane, right, by himself. They're going to try and get this kill now, though. Poison touches out onto FBZ. He's trying to make sure he doesn't get caught by the Berserker's Core. Where's his boar? The boar needs to get the slow off onto KP, or at least the body blocks down. He does have Primal Roar to perhaps turn in the opposite direction, throws it out onto the axe, and we'll be able to run away as the Battle Hunger finishes. That is definitely worth using Primal Roar. To not lose your BM at this point, just given how much BM has been getting, and how important he's going to be for your team as time goes on, especially against Terrorblade. Pretty decent move for that to happen. I feel bad for Moon though. The two supports have just been hanging out. One of them has always been here in the mid lane, so he doesn't necessarily feel he has the complete safety of just walking forward and bullying Makoto on the Kunkka. Boom idea, I must say, actually played really, really well. Pilot Die is actually gonna die here. It does have Shadow Grave, but there's no way he survives this. Absolutely no way. Oh, again the tower's the one that gets the kill. Lol. If they had Primal Roar and some points into the Wild Axes, they potentially try to make this kill onto KP, but as it stands, it's a bad idea. So Rubik is only level 3, Phoenix is level 3, Dazzle level 4, Lion level 3. Yokem does get called in the top lane. He already used the telekinesis, nowhere to go inside the trees. He got body blocked by his own creeps. That feels pretty bad, man. As a result, ends up going down here in the top lane. Culling Blade for KP, first one used this game. Look at the damage that this tier 1 tower has taken already in the top lane. Down to 400 HP. And not too much effort for them to bring down. If FBZ disappears and KP skips like 2-3 waves, this tower will die. At bottom though, they find Fervian. He's reflected up. There is damage to Icarus dive forward onto him. He's definitely going to get brought down here. One Metamorphosis hit will enable the tick over from the Fire Spirits to secure the kill. He will also now level up the Sunray. So there's some heal potential available for this TB. Oh, TB, what a safe hero. And he's so far ahead of this PA right now, net worth wise. How much CS ahead already? Okay, it's about, yeah, 11 CS up. Not too surprising. Top lane, Bounder Strike catching out. KP in trouble, lifted back by our Rubik. Yokem helping to enable that kill for Makoto. Moon doesn't have Bounder Strike for a while, leaping onto a tree. They cut the tree down on the high ground, actually. Will the Torrent also catch him? He's stuck in position right now. Can they get this kill onto Moon? Yes, they can. Yokem from the low ground with the Fade Bolt brings down the Monkey King. Oh, man. That was... Who had the Cutting Blade? Let's see. Must be Makoto, right? Yeah, Makoto's the one with the Cutting Blade. Oh, both him and FBZ have Cutting Blades. Either way, phenomenal trade. Trading out 3 heroes, 2 of whom are cores, and you lose nothing in return. All it costs you is a rotation from the Kunkka. Definitely well worth it. And usage of the Primal Roll, again, well worth it. Ten seconds until we have Bounty Rune spawning. So we're going to see contestation across a board for all of those. KP will be forced to not pick up the bounty on his side. That's going to give Boom ID 4 bounties. Like FBZ might die here. Will he? Now Makoto has Torrent very soon. And they still have the Ghost Ship. Yeah, I don't think there's a possibility of this kill happening. Let's see, unless the Culling Blade chop happens right now. No, instead it might be Axe that dies. Axe now in a little bit of trouble. They want to get this Culling Blade. Primal Ray Roll will come out, stopping the Monkey King. Monkey King will still be able to get the kill with the Battle Hunger. No, it's going to be Axe actually. Battle Hunger who gets that kill. Boundless Strike will give all the life back to Makoto. But he's definitely not going to dive underneath the tier 1 to take this fight. Although he's in trouble right now. Going to get hexed up, lift into the air. The Impale to follow that up. Fervian even shows up, throws in a Stifling Dagger, dives in to get the kill. So yet again, both those heroes just died. To the degree where their cooldowns on their teleport scrolls are still active. And again, Makoto, big winner of that. Picking up 500 gold. Has almost as much gold now as the completely creep-skipping, free-farming Axe. Has the double bracer, a bottle, first item towards his Shadow Blade. And is now the undisputed net worth leader. Terrorblade is going to be doing what he can to catch up. Pushing down on the tier 1 tower with the Metamorphosis active. But here comes Makoto. Wants to look towards the TB. Torrent into the air, but Makoto Doesn't have assistance. A nice dire scan over where the bounty rune area is. They recognize that there must be heroes in the area. And also Terrorblade was playing very, very aggressively. They wanted to reveal this Blink Dagger for the side of Mineski, but they'll be unable to do so, sadly. They will now actually... No, don't hold that thought. They catch the cute lion. And they find the kill onto him. Not exactly the highest priority target that they would have desired, but you take what you can get when you're in this situation. Moon looking towards getting that Echo Saber. So what? Is it going to be Echo Saber Maelstrom or Echo Saber Shadowblade? We'll see. But Echo Saber is definitely, I think, right now the way you should be building this hero. MK should be a fighter right now rather than just a pure farmer. They're going to smoke and try and make a play though. They just made a good grab with the smoke, bringing down the lion. But they want a little bit more out of this so they can secure the tier 1 tower in the mid lane as well. PA is off map right now, and they don't have any wards in their own jungle to farm them, give them safety defensively. So Fervian is going to discover these heroes. They're going to grab him with the call. Should be a Boundless Strike, enabling the Culling Blade. And we see it. KP ensuring that the Phantom Assassin does end up going down. Now they'll be safe to take this tier 1 tower in the mid lane. They do see that they... Oh, nice jump actually from KP. Oh, still wants to try to find Yokam. Yokam gonna die as well. Killing spree now for the axe. Culling Blade onto the PA. Regular right clicks onto the Rubik. Either way resulting in a kill. You're gonna get forced back from pushing onto this tier 1 tower, however. Doesn't seem like there's any overwhelming interest from the side of Mineski to force a fight they might not win. And let's see, Fervian still is insistent on building Battle Fury. Now I'm fine with with the BF if it comes early enough. If it takes a while to come out, it's problematic. Mikoto will also just now have the Shadow Blade, almost has it. We'll have it in like 2 CS unless he dies. They're gonna try to kill him though. He needs to have his finger on his quick buy button, ready to go. Cute, able to get some vision on the high ground, gonna get dewatered immediately because Pilot Die was ready. Pilot Die was positioned so nicely, standing right here so he can pop any smokes. Not only did they get that deward off, they also managed to get the D-Vision off on the Hawk that was thrown out by the Beastmaster. Although this is not a good look. Yokam does now have access to the tree dance. This will mean that Moon is going to die right now. Left from the telekinesis. They're going to use the X torrent. They caught him. Will they be able to find this kill? They should. They have Fate Bolt. Oh, he tries some mischief to get the dodge, but FBZ just throws some wild axes, destroys all the trees, and Moon will go down here at bottom. This is one of the heroes that is pretty good against MK. As long as you have some idea of where the Monkey King is, wild axes can prevent him from getting the grab onto you from behind. Just chop down trees. Mid lane though, Axe gets the call onto Cute. Cute able to get the Hex off onto the Axe, but not able to evade damage from the Metamorphosis. And JT hitting super hard will now take the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. The first one his team has managed to claim. With triple Wraith Band, some Dragon Lance. He's in a hot position right now, JT. They need to try and stop this. The tier 2 tower is one that cannot fall this early. Not against a Terrorblade lineup. So I don't think they'll be able to take this though. They'll put some chip damage out onto it. And JT is trying to bait them into taking this fight. He knows that Phoenix is right behind him, does have Supernova. He knows that Axe is here as well. Knows that he won't die either because there's a Shallow Grave on the Dazzle. So the debate does not succeed. And they just back away after taking some decent damage off of the tier 2 tower. Yokam is 8. We haven't seen a Finger of Death this game yet, but now Lion is level 6, so KSQ could try and make this happen across the map. Rubik will buy the Yule Scepter, another good spell to try and interrupt the Phoenix. If Telekinesis is down, so normally if you're playing Phoenix, right, and you're playing against Rubik, you have to wait for the Telekinesis to be used before you feel safe using the Icarus dive. Now, however, there are multiple ways to scout you out making that kind of move. And to stop you, Icarus dive cannot be interrupted by Yules as well as Telekinesis. As well as Hex. Did Fabi lose more than half his HP from a single cleave from Mikoto? That's kind of crazy. Oh no, he torrented him as well. Torrent was also used. Fervian very close to having Battle Fury. Gonna have it somewhat sooner than JT did in the previous game. JT got his at 20 minutes, I believe. This one's gonna come out at 18.5, around 19. They're looking to see if they can get this tier 1 tower in the top lane. The first level Necro Book has been completed by FBZ. Oh, it's level 2 now already. Wow, okay. And they can just push super. Look at how big this creep wave is. And with the cleaves coming in from the Kunkka, pressing it back perpetually, they can take the tower really quickly. Mikoto is going to X himself back. Probably just going to go throw a boat at people. And then TP up. But nice use of the fortification from Mineski to ensure that their creeps wouldn't die here. And they'd be able to claim this tier 2 tower. But they end up trading their tier 2s. However, because he pulled that move on Mikoto, they know that he won't be able to come back to help defend with the TP. Axe now jumping forward, gets a call onto Lion. But they'll still be able to defend this high ground. Battle Fury is now en route or in play for the PA. She has a long way to go though, but yeah, I'm glad. Oh my god, Battle Fury Asha, thank you. It's so rough going Battle Fury straight BKB. You just feel like you don't do any damage. I'm gonna see Yokam die though at bottom. Not really much you can do about that. They are gonna maybe kill Fabi, but the counterplay is available from Moon. Moon will be scouted out by this boar, giving FBZ as well as Fervian the information they need to know. They need to retreat. No, Wild Axes! They caught the Monkey King! Oh my god, did they know about that? Oh, he had the Hawk on the high ground. Okay, call now from KP just as JT Fervian gets abandoned by FBZ. But the call... He doesn't have Blade Mail, so you can't guarantee they get that kill. The ball from the Beastmaster was on the high ground. It saw the Monkey King jumping forward. Therefore, FBZ had perfect knowledge of exactly where the MK was. They kill him. While he was channeling the Primal Spring, no less. FBZ MVP. Man, he really wants to go to Bucharest. And this game, right, the 1k gold lead in favor of the side of Boom ID. But if we look at how this game is shaping out, JT is the only hero that's really at the upper echelons of the top 5. He is the most farmed hero on the map, but spots 2 to 4 are all occupied by Boom ID heroes with a much shallower spread in terms of the gold discrepancy between them. So much more balanced lineup. They can all do damage in their own capacity. Kunkka is very dangerous with the Tidebringer. PA is going to be very dangerous with the Battle Fury Cleaves. And Beastmaster is obviously dangerous in terms of his push potential as well as the Primal Roar. We have yet to see Moon really demonstrate his worth in this game. You know, he is building that Shadow Blade, like I said, the fighting build on this hero. But haven't yet seen him actually be active and be able to do anything simultaneously with the team. They're going to port middle though. He's going to be walking with JT. They smoked somewhat early. But JT has DD. Oh, here we go. KSQ caught out. Call from KP. Can they get this? Hex now will be there onto the axe. And the Impale will miss, however. So JT will be able to run KSQ down with the double damage rune. And they just want to finish off this tier 2 tower. And thereafter be able to take down this Rosh. Or at least have an opening for Roshan. Now, will they defend this from Boom ID? BKB popped by JT. So he really wanted to try and find this fight. Primal Roar will be there out onto him. BKB is about to expire. Fabi on the high ground, waiting with bated breath to try and use a supernova. There's actually a blink dagger on Phoenix very early on right now. He gets jumped upon. Fabi, they're going to force the supernova out of him. Yeah, they will. And can they get KP? Oh, can they get the JT out of here? No, Fervian's going to die at the end of the day. Supernova will pop. But Fervian gets caught by KP's call. Unable to get out. No blink strike to safety on the low ground. And they're probably going to catch KSQs on the way out as well. Impale with the Finger of Death will be there, but no kill onto Fabi. Instead, it's going to be KP getting a mega kill streak for himself. 7-2-2 on this axe. And they even get him a D-ward on their side of the map as well. KP has access to the full blade mail very, very soon. Just needs the broadsword to be complete. FBZ badly needs a blink dagger. I like the fact that Fabi went blink as well very early on. Normally we see like 4 staffs, urns, glimmer capes on this hero, but blink dagger, very often this hero lacks the actual positioning to be able to use his spells aggressively. Now in this instance, Icarus will be perfectly fine. Can use the supernova from the backlands, can wait for the fight to start before even thinking about getting involved. But now we see movement. Boom ID coming towards the mid lane. I'm gonna wrap around right now. Mikoto leading the charge, smoked up. Simultaneously, Moon is with KP on the backside of this. They don't know where Yokam is, but they did see KSQ because this observer ward scouted him out in the trees. Okay, looks like this fight's not gonna happen, at least not right now. They very badly want Roshan Mineski, and they're just gonna go for it. They're like, whatever guys, come fight us if you dare. The Hawk is scouting this out though. So they know that this is happening, and they send another Hawk just to make 100% certain. And yep, they know. They know. The question is, what shall they do about it? Fervian has now ported in. Oh, we saw the lift onto the Primal Roar coming in onto the Axe. Axe will not be able to get off the core. KP gets bolted up as well by Makoto. Supernova pops on the high ground. But that's the first ultimate that gets used now. Fervian was looking towards trying to bring down Lion. There's going to be a call onto him. It won't connect just yet because Fervian leaps out, but they don't get this allied Sunder. Yokam will lose Fervian. They buy back onto the Dazzle who died thanks to the damage coming out from FBZ and the ball. And Pilot dies like, oh well, sweet. With only one core went down. Cool. Yokam though does still have the Stolen Sunder. It doesn't have Blink Dagger or anything. But I like this. Moon using the Wukong's command to zone back FBZ. FBZ gets stunned out by the bundle strike as well as called back by KP. KP gets the chop, gets the kill. The jump forward from the Monkey King. The Primal Spring will catch KSQ as the Sunray connects onto Yokam. Cunning Blade kills him too. KSQ, will he get himself Cunning Bladed? Nope. Still just a kill going the way of Moon. That's 4 heroes. The only survivor of that fight is Makoto. I mean, he gets some bounty runes on the enemy side of the map. But they all still end up sacrificing this Aegis. I mean, Koga can maybe kill Fabi here. Yeah, Fabi's gonna die. He doesn't have Supernova to get himself out of this. But they still get the Aegis. JT will now be immortal. FBZ will finally pick up a Blink Dagger for himself so he can try to be a bit more active on the map. And Fervian went for the full SNY. Okay, I think this is a little bit greedy, getting the full SNY. I think you need BKB. You can come back for the SNY, but you do need BKB. He is starting to build into it right now though. They're going to have to dodge fights for quite a while anyway, given that the enemy team has the Aegis. So perhaps that's his rationale, thinking, There's no point in me even getting the BKB straight up because I don't want to use it. So I can sort of understand the rationale. Still, it's going to be rough moving around the map, knowing that at any given time you get jumped on, you could just die. The one thing that they're doing quite well for Bo2 is that they're spreading their heroes across the map. We've seen this across both games. When Mineski is moving as 5 and Bo2 is just spread out, playing greedier, sort of like this EG style of Dota. They're going to catch Mikoto. He's going to die. Gets called back by the axe. He's still alive for the time being. The evasion chance is pretty good. The Supernova is out onto the high ground, but they're just going to forget about the egg. Look how big the radius is. It was over here. It stunned him over here. Jesus Christ, that's crazy. But they're like, well, let's not try and deal with the level 2 Supernova. They're going to try and get this kid onto FBZ though. And I'm just taking down his Necrobooks. Ending this push at bottom. Getting some free gold. I wonder how many wards have been destroyed this game. We might be able to check that afterwards. Fervian walking around with Blur active. Just trying to get safely towards the dire triangle to farm there faster. FBZ. They find Primal Roar onto the Axe. Will Axe die from this? They get the lift, and there we go. Fervian with the massive crit brings them down, even despite their access of the Battle Hunger, or the Blade Mail rather. Sentry Ward dropped by Pylite Die. Pylite Die is actually such a god. He ported in, just dropped the ward and left. He's like, no, they're probably going to Shadow Blade after me with this Kunkka and hope that they're going to get the X. You know what? I'm just going to make sure that my team is aware of any future movements that even look like this. And I'm fine. And we're Gucci. Pylite Die the man, guys. And Fervian can one-shot buy the BKB right now. Ultimately, he's hoping not to have to, so you have enough money for buyback as well. It doesn't matter, just buy it. What? The blur dispels reflection? Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. Just wanted to be sure that that just happened. And now the tripling staffing dagger is out for the PA as well. So these supports on the backline, especially the Dazzle, really has to watch out about his positioning in these fights. If he gets caught by a random dagger, we've seen that this PA can do in excess, like we just saw there, 1,300 damage. And Dazzle's health will not keep him alive through that. And also doesn't have that much armor to himself. So this hero could very, very easily die in one shot. Needs to watch himself in that regard. And they found Moon at bottom again. Bo2 able to get that catch. And Mikoto TP's in behind the tier 1 tower. Can they kill him during the duration of this call? They get the BKB off on Mikoto, but Cunning Blade will still be there to kill him. To blink back by FBZ. And Moon brought back for this fight. I honestly think that's not... It's like even... They get the tower as well as getting the kill onto Kunkka, but they also have to commit buyback onto the Monkey King who died bottom. And they're just going to try and actually get a laner X right now. Fervian going to try to deep push this as much as possible. The tripling staffing dagger. The Hex now coming out onto KP. KP forced back. KSQ almost dies here. Will actually die thanks to JT's damage from the Eye of Skadi with these Metamorph illusions chasing him down. So we've got two heroes on the deck. Kunkka buys back. JT very low. Still does have Sunder. Still does have Aegis. They commit the Wukong's command. Try use that as a zoning tool. And Aegis expires now. Oh, the Stolen Call coming in from Yokem. They're trying to get this kill onto the Timbers. The Terror Blade will end up dying. Supernova on the high ground. It's going to get right click down. Can they pop it? Yes, they can. The lift now going out onto KP. KP tossed back onto the high ground with the grab of the Torrent. He goes in with the call for the bonus armor, but it's not going to be enough to save his own life. And the TB, Terror Blade. The moment that the Aegis expired, they were on his case immediately. That was such good team play by the side of Bo2. All down to Yokem. The stolen Berserker's call. He blinks in front of the Terror Blade's face. Calls him. They lift him into the air thereafter. Destroy the Supernova as well on the high ground. So they lose the tier 3 tower, get several kills in exchange, and now they're going to be pressuring onto the tier 2 in the mid lane. They also have double siege wagon wave within a beast aura. You can put some damage onto the tier 3 yourself. Try to force a buyback of your own. This push is not going to take long whatsoever. They've got necro books. And they don't have Wukong's command anymore. They force the axe buyback. So the team should try to get out. Yokam. They get the stun out from Keskut on the low ground onto this axe. Pylite die gets himself brought down by Fervian. The primal roll will be there onto the axe. Axe has just died back thanks to the lion finger of death. And now Fervian also bringing down the Phoenix on the far side of the fight. They will go back, claim the lane or axe. Buyback will be there from Phoenix. Supernova still 24 seconds off the field. Because it was a dieback on the axe, they know there's no call for 80 seconds in this game. JT, without the setup, what can he do now? The primal roar not going to be available, but they don't need it. Look how quickly they kill this Monkey King, and now JT as well in trouble. He activates the BKB, trying to man fight, but the man fight is not going to be sufficient because he just gets crit down by the Phantom Assassin. Did this game just end? There's a buyback available for the Terrorblade, but I just don't see how they're going to be able to defend this game. Their TB buys back. Going to try and defend this game. The racks at middle have been taken, at bottom have been taken, and now the tier 4 towers are under threat and under siege. In the beast aura is still going wild. There is still 2 siege wagons in the base. Maneski on the verge of getting knocked out 2-0 from this. The lower bracket beckons them. The Supernova will force back these Boom ID heroes, create some space, but you're still fighting for 30 seconds, at least 3v5, and I might now be 3v2. JT gets caught out with the impale. They might get the Sunder off from the Terrorblade. Terrorblade stays alive for now, but they kill his compatriots, and he will not survive that much longer. They kill FBZ, but TB goes down as well. And they call the GG. Boom ID have secured 2 games up against Maneski here, wiping them off the face of the map. And this Bucharest minor qualifiers. Boom ID. Who would have thunk, right? If you'd said to most people, yo guys, Boom ID is out here, they're going to be the team that's definitely going to be owning everybody, most people would have called you nuts. But that's actually the case. So Boom, great series from them. 2-0. 2-0 is pretty good. They should feel pretty good about themselves in that situation. Man, what a game, actually. I'm very proud of them for how they rolled in that one. And we actually have another series that just started. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So grand finalists for tomorrow, I believe, is going to be Maneski taking on... Well, not Maneski, Boom ID is going to be there. Maneski still has to crawl their way back into those finals. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Wait, let's have to do check something quickly. Alright, doesn't seem like it's gonna be the case. Just need to add this. There we go. So ninjas in pajamas taking on the side of Hippomaniacs. Wait, actually, I just want to quickly see how well Final Tribe is doing versus OG. Just for a second, I'll go back to the previous game. Don't even stress, guys. What? Final Tribe beat OG game 1. That's pretty exciting. Okay. That's very exciting. That means OG has to try hard in game 2. How did they make that happen? Yeah, I don't even know, actually. Feels like it should be pretty difficult for OG to lose games here, but I think they should still be fine as long as they don't go down 2-0 here. Because then you won't have that odd 3-way tie situation, which is always hilarious. Actually, this is a more exciting game than the Hippomaniacs one, so let's do this one. Let's do this one. The other game is low-key kind of boring. because Nip should be able to beat Hippomaniacs, right? I don't imagine that Hippomaniacs will have any way of dealing with ninjas in pajamas. But OG, I thought they were going to be able to 2-0 the side of the final tribe here. But it ends up not being the case. OG pick up OD, we'll have to play against OD. They picked OD into Anti-Mage. Okay. That's really interesting that they chose to do that. Normally this is like one of the heroes that's a go-to counter to OD, is this Anti-Mage. The fact that you decide to grab it here for your own purposes. Very surprising, like I said, but you know, it might still work out for them in the long run. One of the things that OD does allow you to do is that if you drop a hammer at the beginning of the fight, a lot of these heroes won't have any mana to cast their spells. I wonder also, with Grimstroke, if two heroes are soulbound and you use the ODQ, the Astral Orb, to attack the one, does it attack both or just the one? And if it does attack both, do you get int from both? Is the real question. Which would seem quite broken, if I'm honest. I just want to quickly make a tweet about the particular game. You know what it is. Oh, for those of you who haven't already, most of you aren't new here. What's up, guys? But if you are new, if it's your first time being out here, please make sure, you know, drop a young follow. Say hi in the chat, say what's up, say what's going on. Be like misdirect and say away. Buy some bits, a sub, I don't know. Actually, just tell your friends. Because, like, I have to... Oh my god, let me tell you guys, like, a really stupid story. So I have to redo my entire thing to get partner status. Because what ended up happening... Wait, let me actually see. Did it restart the thing? Yeah, I have to like build up my average amount of viewers. Oh well, doesn't really matter. I'll reapply again. Wait, actually, that's what I should just do. Okay. Anyway, Skyrath Mage, last pick for the OG lineup. They end up OG. This is core Skyrath, or is it core Dazzle? Because No Tail is playing the Brewmaster. Yeah, it's core Skyrath Mage. And it's going to be core Dazzle. Yeah. Because you can't swap heroes anymore, I don't think. So, between the two of them, this is actually peculiar. Okay. Mid Skyrath Mage and off lane Dazzle. Okay. Okay. This will be entertaining no matter what, actually. I have this really bad habit when I type that I always end up in a situation where I thingy-mabob. I double my capitals. It's very weird. What's not going to be very weird is that I actually, for some reason, I actually have a really good feeling about the way that OG set up this draft. Seems very unorthodox, but it seems like it's also going to heavily enable this anti-mage in a way. But they can also just get ran over. They can get snowballed in this game. I don't know. Well, this is one of those games you just have to watch. it's difficult to know what I think about. Actually, no, there's always one thing that I do think about their draft on the side of OG that I really don't like. I don't like the fact that they don't have that much team fight apart from No Tail, and they're relying so much on ILTW having a good anti-mage game. Don't get me wrong, right? He is a really good anti-mage player, and normally his team goes out of their way to enable him to play anti-mage when he plays on Espada. But is Sedoyo still on there's somebody else on Espada that I really like. I don't know. Era is gonna find himself being fortunes ended, and he's dead. LTW just performed the body blocks. Sebastian on the Dazzle will be able to claim that kill. It's gonna be one of those games, ladies and gentlemen, with Dazzle just going ham, doing a bunch of crazy stuff. So Espada, or at the very least, OG, already in a situation where they're going to be trying to get themselves a strong laning start. LTW is considering where he should go. He should stick around, go bottom, or go farm at top. Top lane is going to be up against the Jonas farm Sand King. It's not that. It's actually not that bad. Yeah, I can go top. It's fine. That lane, it's not like an axe lane or something that you have to worry about as anti-mage. Dealing with Sand King is like no biggie at all. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. OG versus the final tribe in the group stages. OG already beat Helsinki Reds 2-0. Only 3 teams in each group. Top 2 placing teams will start the playoffs in the upper bracket. Lowest placing team in the loser bracket. OG already have secured a 2-0. If they win this game, they've mathematically guaranteed that... Oh wait, not math... Oh yeah, actually, they've guaranteed that they should be in one of the top spots. Unless miracles happen and then we see TFT losing 2-0 to Helsinki Reds. Okay, that'll be hilarious if that happens. But for the most part, if they win this game, they're fine. They should be okay. Inkswell triggering on Era. It's going to stun up No Tail. He is going to die here at bottom. Era catches him out with the Lion. Remember the days when Era used to play these hard carry heroes? Like the days of Era, Meepo and stuff like that. That was good times. Oh, they are in-game sounds, just they're not that loud. They're not that loud. I don't like my game to be too loud. I can turn it up a bit for you. Inkswell now being triggered again. They're looking for No Tail. They got him. He's gonna die once more. Frost should be able to surround him. And they slowed him down with the Stifling Dagger. 1 more second until it's back online. Do they have the vision? Yes, they do. Frost should be able to find this kill, and he does. Really strong start to the game here. It's not that Sebastian hasn't died yet on his Dazzle, but he's still level 1. Erstwhile, almost everybody on the enemy team is going to hit level 2 simultaneously with him. And they've got some kills to boot. He does crack 2 now though. He's fine. In the mid lane... Oh, actually there was a kill at top. They lost Jonas. Jonas from farm died to Jirax. It's not really a fun time to be playing as Sand King. Because like, you don't hurt... Like, Cosplay Finale doesn't do that much damage to the degree where anti-mage wants nothing to do with it. Because AM will be okay. He'll be fine. He doesn't really mind that much. The AM just gonna be doubling his Wraith Bands. It is what it is. Sitting with Sentry right now. Anticipating that Jonas and Farm is gonna be going into some Sandstorm shenanigans. He will be ready. Hanskin is here now to assist Jonas. They have tired of getting as many kills onto No Tail at bottom as they could. And they're going to now leave Frost to his own devices. Just going to have some minimal protection from the Lion. Hero's just going to be pulling as much as possible. Frost now does get tipped for a bit. Just because Sebastian is denying everything in front of his face. The two of them are pretty much trading farm. Oh, I wanted to talk about this mid lane. Thompson going up against Chessie on the OD. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about this matchup. I think the harass potential from Thompson is going to be there perpetually. But Chessie is going to have better abilities and tools for dealing CS in the lane itself. So, it's fine for me. He's okay. I really like this Equilibrium spell though. It's really, really nice. Also, but the reason why this game is happening, the reason why OG picked this somewhat weird draft, all about ILTW. Our anti-mage right now, he's out here in the top lane, getting closer and closer towards finishing the second Wraith Band. Then he can buy this one. Then there's Battle Fury building time. He's doing well, okay so far. CS leader in the game. All of these will be lane creeps, and was involved in getting a kill earlier on as well. Jonas Farm has to really be careful about how much damage he's taking during the Sandstorm. Sentry gets dropped. It's not going to be out of range of the previous Sentry Ward, so he can't really use his Sandstorm here. Hanskin's going to find himself getting Fortunes ended, and will they be able to find this kill? Hanskin falling low, Inkswell on him will keep himself alive. But Thompson in the mid lane ended up diving underneath the tier 1 tower to find the OD. Gets a kill, actually. Gets the experience boost. Oh, he's happy about this. Especially because he was falling behind on CS. And now, with that death, he gets to come back into the lane with full mana once more. He doesn't have a bottle, so he can't go top and grab that Invis rune. But Jesse's just going to be stacking for himself. Looks like OG's going to get 3 bounties, though. That's quite nice in a game that has anti-mage. You want him to have as much easy farm in the early game as possible. And here comes his Wraith Band, so yeah, this lane is not going to go well anymore. Feels bad. But Jonas is still doing okay. Not great, just okay. He's level 4 compared to Sebastian's level 4. Only 5 CS behind. Things won't be too terrible here. You see a bar strike from Jonas and Farm. They're going all onto ILTW. ILTW took a lot of damage from the Stroke of Fate, but so did Jonas and Farm from Jirax trying to burst them down with the Purifying Flames. Not enough damage at the end of the day. It's only level 2 flames. So Jonas and Farm inside a Sandstorm will manage to survive here. This Grimstroke from Hanskin is doing a lot of work in making sure that Jirax doesn't really want to come forward to try and complete the damage he was already dealing onto Jonas and Farm. We're just going to keep trying to trade farm here. LTW is going to have his Ring of Health very soon, which makes this lane, or at least makes harassing him a much more difficult proposition. Also, I wonder, can you counterspell the Soulbind from Hanskin? Oh shit, here comes Thompson. Wow, look at that damage they put onto Hanskin. Hanskin's just going to die. The burst damage from Thompson, and Thompson just going to keep chasing. He does have a haste rune. He's going to try and look behind the tier 1 tower to where Jonas and Farm is. Jonas is just sitting underneath the Sandstorm. The Dire Scan did come out, but Thompson, his June will expire, so he will have to eventually leave. But we're seeing what the potential of what this hero is going to be able to do. He's going for 5 null talismans. Are you kidding me? What is this build, Thompson? Oh my god. 5 null tallies? What? I mean, I guess, right? It's gonna work. You know, it's gonna give him all the magic damage on planet Earth, but this is still ridiculous. Thompson has... Oh, hold up, top lane. Jonas and Farm is gonna die here. He's dead, 100% dead. A nice usage of the Fate's Edict on himself by Jerax to make sure that he wasn't going to take additional damage from that Sandstorm. So definitely did the right thing there. LTW now. Looking to try and get the jump onto Hanskin perhaps, but Hanskin's going to stay back. Everything's still chilled. Mid lane, Jesse's dead. No tails right around him. And there's going to be a thunderclap. They don't even need it, actually. Thompson just killed him himself. Oh, my computer just bombed out. Don't crash, don't crash. Let it just be Dota. There we go. Sorry. Sorry about that. My computer's been... I have to... One of my hard drives is... Let me not say one of my hard drives. My primary hard drive is giving me issues, which is deeply frustrating. So we end up missing that kill at middle, as well as only catching the tail end of the kill they get on the Sand King at the top lane. However, we do know that Thompson's still involved in all of it. Net worth leader for a reason right now. 1,500 gold up on the OD, in fact. They're going to try kill OD. They're going to try kill Thompson right now, though. The Astralim, the Impale will be there coming in from Chessie. Chessie doesn't have his ultimate, but Frost has the damage from coup de grace. Able to finish off Thompson. Finishes off the killing spree. Gets the gold. Gets some experience. He doesn't get as much gold as somebody else on his team might have, given that he's a top farmer on his team, but still pretty good to make that happen. Our top lane, we do see that they might be going on to Jonas and Farm. Does ILTW have Mana Void? Nope. 7 seconds cooling down. So no ability for the anti-mage to secure that kill onto the SK. I mean, it's still fine ultimately, right? Because all ILTW cares about is that he's not interrupted while he's farming underneath his tower. He's not going to have the fastest battle fury, but you accept that when you're playing up against such a spell aggressive lane such as Grimstroke Sand King. And they actually baited him to use counterspell, but no actual spell came out before that. What build do we gonna see from Chessie though is what I wonder. At the moment, I think 4-star is what you have to get here. 4-star BKB immediately. You need BKB as soon as possible versus Thompson. Thompson, whom is trying to build power treads right now. Almost has them. Will be able to finish them off after getting their next creep. Oh, unless he misses, which will be funny. Okay, there we go. So power trades in the offering for Thompson. Not going to be going for those arcane boots. Just wants to get some stats. Stats on stats on stats is how his team is going to roll right now. I am kind of concerned about Jonas and Farm though. He did get sacked somewhat here in this top lane because ILTW was doing really well. Getting a lot of farm out of things. So it's going to be quite some time before we see a Blink Dagger being even possible for the side of the final tribe here in this off lane. Jonas and Farm does get the Burrow Strike through onto ILTW. There will be Fortune's End onto him. Does ILTW have Mana Break? Doesn't even use to use it just yet. Does get the kill with it eventually, and the Purifying Flames will put Hanskin into a kill threshold, and the secondary cast from Jerax will get that kill. So they bring down both heroes here in the top lane. Frost does show up, but the Fate's Edict onto ILTW, making sure that he can no longer be attacked. Very nicely done by Jerax. Now Fortune's End laying out onto our PA. Throws back the Stifling Dagger, but Thompson has shown up, throwing out his spells. And the Concussive Blast will be able to get this kill. Arcane Bolt used up now towards the end of this. That was really nicely done to kill Frost. He made a huge rotation, but Jerax out here with the Fate's Edict, making sure that there's no further damage that can come out from the Phantom Assassin. In the top lane, we do lose the Grimstroke to Thompson. Chessie does get no tail in the mid lane, committing the Sanity's Eclipse to make that kill happen. How much damage did he deal? Let's see. Now I want the next one. The next one. It's not showing me the next one. Oh no. There we go. Damage done, 791. Or I could just click on no tail and look how much. There we go. So he took a lot of damage. He died. Feels bad. Sanity's Eclipse is a pretty great spell. Chessie's just trying to slowly... He is going for that 4-staff to start off his itemization. Absolutely the build he should be going for. I think even the early Hurricane Pike is probably something you have to do, just so you can extend the range between yourself and other DC heroes. We do see now fight breaking out, Soulbind between both Thompson as well as Jerax. The jump forward coming through from OD. OD throwing out the Arcane Bolts. It doesn't seem to affect either of them. Thompson gets brought down by Hanskin. Now the Astral Imprisonment onto Jerax enables Hanskin to actually get the double kill here. Really good state of affairs for the side of the final tribe there. Able to involve Chessie in some kills, involve the whole team, and bring down the very high priority Thompson. But ultimately, Anti-Mage is still a farming. Doesn't have Battle Fury yet though. Still 2,000 gold away from having that item. Chessie though, you know what I'm really concerned about, right? And what I actually really am worried about. What happens if this game keeps going and No Tail firstly doesn't find an initiation item for his team? Do they have this kill? Yeah, they do. Oh, the silence came a little bit too late, but they should still have it. Thompson, Mystic Flare onto Jonas and Farm. Yeah, Jonas is dead. No Tail. They need to get this Blink Tag onto No Tail ASAP. What's Sebastian even building on this Dazzle? Is he going early Solar Crests? Oh, he's going the Necro build. Yeah. No, actually, this is pretty good because normally you see this Necro build coming with the support Dazzle, but if he can max out the Necro book very early on because he's playing in the off lane, this can have yield some very positive results for him and his team. He's about to crack 10 as well. What 10 do you get when you're playing this core Dazzle? You get the damage, I imagine, right? Mid lane, No Tail, uses his ultimate. They're going to find OD. Jesse just uses 4 stuff to get onto the high ground, but it's not going to save his life regardless. Arcane Bolt will chase him, and the Anti-Mage, ILTW, with the Mana Void, getting that kill. Next to 4 will be Hanskin, Jerax with the Purifying Flames, bringing him down. So first usage of the Primal Split is a good one from No Tail, and they are going to be able to claim the tower here. But they might not just be done just yet. Epicenter now being triggered by Jonas and Farm, but they don't come up the hill. This might debate them into thinking that they have an Observer Ward here. They don't have an Observer on the other side. And they also lose Era. Where was he? Died in the mid lane. Seems like an Arcane Bolt followed him into hell and brought him down. Sorry, Jonas, you're dead. Sorry, mate. I like that Frost this game is deciding to go for the Desolator rather than getting the Battle Fury. Because he has to create space actually for Chessie to be able to get farm on this OD. OD desperately needs BKB. They all need BKB actually. I don't even think after getting this Desolator he should go and fight. He should just try and finish BKB as well. On this Phantom Assassin. He might end up dying now though. They're smoked up on their side of the map. They're going to spot out Era. So Era's going to at least be the one that tanks the gank for the team. Wow, he died so quickly. I'm also going to get D-wards off. Taking down that sentry. Thompson almost has access to a Blink Dagger. A Blink Dagger and 5 Null Talismans. Oh my god, I need to take a picture of this build. Take the screenshots, Jesus. Frost needs to TP out from the bottom side of the map. If he sticks around too long, he's going to end up getting brought down here. Thompson, fortunately for him, doesn't have his Blink Dagger available in the area. But Frost, yeah, dude, TP out. There we go. This tier 2 tower should not be long for this world. Bringing this one down will also give No Tail. This and the Creep Wave will give No Tail level 10. And Seb is 10, but he hasn't chosen a talent just yet. He decided to put all his skill points into actual abilities. I mean, the 75 damage isn't that great anyway, right? They're just gonna go high ground with this. They're like, well, we're here now. You know, we might as well put some deeps onto the tier 3 tower. The imprisonment, the banish will be there onto ILTW. They don't have this Aegis, but they also have a lot of damage. The Phantom's Embrace gets destroyed almost immediately. And after they throw out that last stroke of fate, they realize, well, putting some almost half damage onto the tower 17 minutes in with an anti-mage draft is good times for us. So we are content to take this and simply leave. LTW actually blinked past, oh, it became a regen rune on the way out, lol. He is very, very farmed. 10k net worth, 3k up on the OD. Surprisingly, the hero that's following him up is the Dazzle. They've given a lot of farm priority towards him. I mean, he's building the mech right now, but they actually want Sebastian to build the Guardian Creeps. They're going to try and create a situation where this anti-mage is just unkillable. With Jirax, Sebastian, and they're just going to try and maybe go for a kill at bottom. They got the stun out with the Primal Split out onto Jonas and Farm. They do get the kill onto him. Jirax with the Purifying Flames makes that happen. He will buy back, but lack of access to Blink Dagger limits his ability to contribute meaningfully to the team fight. The counterspell will put OD into the banishment. Chessie now getting jumped upon. You're not going to get Mon Avoided just yet. Soul Bind onto two heroes. It's Brewmaster as well as Sebastian on the Dazzler, but neither of them have been caught by single target spells. Boros Strike will be there. They drain away the mana of the No-Tail Brewmaster. He will find himself getting Shallow Graved up at the very end of this though. And there's no death. False Promise was used as well. He's going to be fine. And now it's also the OD Sanity's Eclipse, so that's 150 seconds that it'll be an unusable spell from now. I think one of the main reasons why this hero isn't pickable for the most part is this cooldown is preposterous. How are you supposed to play Dota, where a large bulk of your damage is hidden behind this OP cooldown? And just given the mechanics of the spell, I don't understand why the cooldown is so long. It'll be different if it like just multiplied your int, not like the difference between you and the enemy. If it just multiplied your own int and then that was the damage that came out, that would be one thing. But the fact that it takes into account how the enemy team is doing before calculating the damage, makes it hard for me to buy that it's necessarily a good thing that this spell in its entirety has a flat cooldown from level 1. Sebastian gets banished up. LTW now jumping onto Chessie with this Manta style going. They've already silenced him with the Phantom Embrace. Gets rid of it almost immediately. Jonas and Farm looks like he's going to take the L. And we'll also see the Mon of Void from LTW will destroy Chessie. How much damage did that Mon of Void do? Jesus. 1,700 damage overall. 700 damage from the magical. They do get the kill onto the PA as well. And they're back high ground. Buybacks are available for the OD as well as the Grimstroke, but no other Radiant heroes. They're going to lose now the Lion as well. Look at Thompson. Oh my goodness. With the constant spam of these Arcane Bolts. Way too much damage coming out. And they're just going to claim Elena Rax. Very fortunately for the final tribe, they have yet to lose their tier 2 tower in the mid lane, so they will not get any more damage taken to their side than that. But it is still obscene that that's what ends up happening. What a fight from them. Hey, Reckoning 155, Insane Beast, thanks for the follows, guys. Thanks for coming through with that follow hype. We see Skywrath Mage picking up a Kaya now on the far end of things. LTW just motor down the tier 1 tower. Look, he's just going ham. LTW just doing what he wants. They might take a fight now at mid. Now Thompson jumping forward. They get Frost with the Fortune's End. There's no BKB on the PA. Mystic Flare will bring him down. And Jonas and Farm will fare no better likely. The Boros Strike will be there catching 3 heroes. But there will be no escape from this. Thompson, the Winged God, throwing out energy from the skies. Getting the kill onto the Sand King. No protection available for him. And the creep wave is coming in through the mid lane. LTW has Manta style, will almost have Butterfly at like 25 minutes. How much net worth does he have? 16k net worth. He's doubling the net worth of the top 2 farmers on the final tribe right now. If you combined the 2 of them, you'd still have less net worth than this anti-mage has at the moment. He's so crazy strong. And they still have No-Tail having access to the Primal Split here on the high ground. He's just going to use it as a zoning tool. Make sure that there's no possibility of them interrupting the take of this lane of Rax here at mid. They've smoked up on the side of the final tribe, looking to try and find a way to get in on top of this. But they know how difficult this is. They know there's still Shallow Grave. They know there's still False Promise. They get the Bar Strike at the end. Jonas and Fawn finally does have Blink Dagger, but it's too little, too freaking late. An Anti-Mage. Now it's Butterfly. 23-minute Butterfly, the Battle Fury, Manta style, Power Treads, double Wraith Band. 17k net worth. Alright, and he's gonna have an Aegis soon. because Sebastian does have access to Medallion. Sebastian has got increase already. He has 10k net worth. And Thompson, since getting this Kaya, we've been seeing his spell damage just go through the freaking roof. This level 15 talent, they can't afford to let this go. They're going to try to fight around the Roshan pit. Chessie now has BKB. They do bring down No Tail, burst them down, and the Epicenter combination going out onto Anti-Mage AM, taking virtually no damage from this. Burrow Strike through with the Soul Bind onto a couple of heroes. Chessie with the BKB trying to fight this. The Standard Eclipse does bring down the Brewmaster, and the ultimate with the Mana of Void almost gets OD brought down. The False Promise on Dazzle will fail, and Dazzle will die. LTW will chase Chessie. Chessie, will he die? Can he escape? No, he cannot. He gets brought down. On the other side of the fight, we do see Jerax looking towards Aeroid, gets the Burrow Strike out. They will get the Shallow Grave onto Jerax. Sebastian there to save the life of his opponent. His friend stay up, stay healing. Unison Farm stays hidden within the sandstorm, but not going to be that way for long. Actually, they're just going to ignore him. They don't really care. He can still Burrow Strike to interrupt the taking of this Aegis when it gets down to it. But these buybacks for now will dissuade them. They're going to move towards trying to bring down Era, and they get the kill onto him. Jerax opens him up with the Purifying Flames. Ends the kill like that as well. Buyback on Frost, buyback on Chessie, buyback on Hanskin. They want to try and defend this Roshan. ILTW will find Unison Farm, but the Roshan will bash him, and now there will be a Burrow Strike. Unison Farm will steal away the Aegis of the Immortal. They're doing damage onto ILTW. Haven't brought him down just yet. Chessie pops his BKB, really wants to take this fight, and now Frost jumps onto Thompson with the Stifling Dagger as well as the crits. They bring down the Skywrath Mage. Sebastian trying to run himself away, has a Shallow Grave, but there are way too many ways to make sure that he never leaves this area. He will lose his life. Unison Farm with the Sandstorm gets the kill. ILTW looking to get off the Mana of Void, just going to try and kill Hanskin the old-fashioned way. Will succeed at doing so. Soul Bind onto 2 heroes. I think that's just the cue to escape, ladies and gentlemen. They got the Aegis stolen. Unison Farm, he'll get popped on his face. And oh, nice counterspell, putting the OD inside the disruption. And now the Burrow Strike will go forward onto Jerax. Jerax falling a bit low. We did get an Impale onto ILTW. Jumps onto Chessie instead. No Mana Void just yet. Still cooling down. They leaps forward. The Fire Pandas do find him, but they don't want to chase onto the high ground where they do not have vision. And LTW is also out of mana for the time being. Is this the real Frost? Oh my god, this Frost is real. Fortune's End will be there onto him. This is going to be a dieback on the Phantom Assassin. He's trying to TP out. He's going to make it. Oh my god. You know what's really funny? Oh wait, no, it's not. It's never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Don't mind me. Pretend I wasn't going to say anything. Well, Frost and Chessie not dying there actually keep the game going, and Unison Farm being able to claim away the Aegis from OG make sure that they win the fight in the long run, but the fact that they don't have this Aegis means that there's less likely a chance that they can come into your base and just destroy everything. You know, you only have 1 racks away from being megaed. Every little inch counts. But this anti-mage is gargantuan. 20k net worth at 26 minutes. He's got Butterfly, Basher, Manta Style, Battle Fury at this stage of the game. He's pretty firm. Dota Plus gives us a 3% chance of TFT winning. There's a 10k experience lead. Anti-Mage got that Blink cooldown talent reduction. Thompson at 15 obviously got the additional Arcane Bolts because that spell is OP. No Tail still looking for 15. Sebastian has just hit 15. We'll see what he chooses to get. Gets the cost range. I'm fine with this decision, because it's obscenely high cost range. Can get Poison Touch from Fog now, basically. It's pretty ridiculous. And the Shallow Grave is, yeah, something else. Erstwhile for TFT, Frost, I think he's their highest level hero. No, his second highest. He has 16, got the -3 armor, almost has BKB. Been building this for quite some time. And Chessie does have BKB, trying to finish off a Kaya now. Almost level 20. So I think this is one of those games where you take the plus 20 strength rather than the Sanity's Eclipse multiplier. Sure, extra damage might be nice, but survivability, just being able to stay in the fight even when BKB is down, even for a second or two longer, makes a difference. Unison Farm takes down the Sentry Ward, or the Observer Ward that was on his high ground. And No Tail just throws his Brewlings forward, creating space for ILTW to try to get these racks. And now it is do or die. Frost has BKB. This is it. If they don't try to stop this now, you never will. The Burrow Strike lands onto ILTW. The melee racks, though, still going to get taken. They impale him. They banish the anti-mage. They're trying to take a fight behind the AM. Frost jumps on him. BKB activated. ILTW gets hexed up right now. False Promise dispels it all. Soulbind onto Thompson. Keeping the two heroes in tandem. They have to walk together. But that's actually it. Now Anti-Mage's turn. He's going to jump back. Looking towards Jonas and Farm. The Bar Strike will be there. OD with the Sanity Eclipse. Doesn't do that much damage though. Mystic Flare does bring down Era on the high ground. ILTW jumps forward looking towards Hanskin. Bash them up. But there was no kill as of yet. And Frost actually gets a kill onto our hero. But Thompson, his death means nothing because his team's still able to clean up the mega creeps behind him. And there they are. The drums have sounded and GG, well played. The final tribe will go 1-1 up against the side of OG right here. It looked like it was going to be a game that was definitely going to be in favor of OG from the onset. They laned very, very well. And I don't think they were ever behind the whole game. They were dominant throughout it. A performance more fitting of a team that we expect from OG. Well done from them though. They did a great job here. Overall, I think the main problem that we've seen today, just generally with PA picks, but also with the drafts at large, is that if your team doesn't, your space creating hero doesn't do well on your team, very low chance of you actually being able to succeed and win that game. You need that one, just that one hero to do well. You know, just that one. Hey, Stoonfield, the man, the fam. How you doing, man? And I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back. I'm out here. We have one more game left, which is supposed to start actually in 10 minutes. Yeah, YOLO gaming. I'll do it. I'll do it. What do you guys think? Should I do Helsinki Reds versus TFT? I'll only do it if you guys want me to. But actually, I'll do it. Never mind. So yeah, we just saw 1-1 between OG and the side of the Final Tribe. Final Tribe will soon be taking on the Helsinki Reds in just a minute. So let me spectate another game in the meantime because I'm lazy to make overlays. I'm actually that lazy right now. The lobby hasn't been created. They're gonna have to rename it just now. It's on my side. My game sounds are kind of low. Wait, so you weren't hearing anything? Yeah, my game sounds are just a bit low. I'll increase the volume. Because I don't like having super high sounds. Okay, fine, I'll make the overlays because I'm also don't want to just leave it looking like a blank screen. Okay, let me... I don't think I'll have time for a full game, will I? If I play a full game, that's just not gonna go well. So I'll watch Moon Invoker, see how well he's doing here. So anyway, after that particular matchup, Final Tribe are now in a position where they have to win at least one game versus Helsinki Reds to guarantee a spot in the upper bracket. If Helsinki Reds takes a single game, then it seems like then we're going to be having tiebreakers between Final Tribe and Helsinki. But if TFT win one game, then they're through, guaranteed, no matter what. So, very important game for them coming up. And yeah, I'm just going to leave directed camera on while I make these overlays in the meantime. So we can put the Final Tribe's faces out. Oh, not their faces, just like the team logo. It's another Kunkka game. Why is there so much Kunkka to... Okay, I know why there's so much Kunkka. It's a great hero, but still... Jesus Christ, it just feels like a lot. You know, sometimes you don't want this hero to be out here. You just want some calmness. You know, you don't want piracy on the high seas. Sometimes you just want something just average. Alright, so... Oh wait, no, wrong one. Sorry. Oh no, that's the right one. I just didn't change the team names. Oh, I was gonna tell you guys the story about what happened with me and Twitch. So I was intending and planning, you know, to become Twitch partner, do all that hype stuff, get some extra Bugattis from Twitch, you know, get rewarded for directing people to their platform. So what ends up happening is that the application I made for, they don't tell you after you do the application that there was some hidden variable that they took into account of activity that I had on Twitch after I'd already put through the application. So the one day I was just like 2 or 3 days we were just streaming, but like for nobody. I was just streaming for myself, right? I didn't even advertise it. I turned off notifications. I was just fucking around. And they were like, oh yeah, that counts, so screw you. It made me very sad. Very, very sad. Alright, so anyway, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. This is hashtag overlay. I'm gonna go grab some coffee. You guys do the same. The lobby has been made now properly, but I don't think we're gonna have some time before they fill it up. The game's not supposed to be due for another like 15 minutes anyway. So yeah, take a break, take a chill pill, relax. We'll be back quite soon with some Dota. Helsinki Reds going up against the final tribe. It is going to be the deciding matchup to determine who's going to go into the upper bracket, who goes into the lower bracket. That and more coming up in just a minute. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. That game coming soon. I'm sure people might come through and chat and ask questions. But yeah, just let them know that the game will be up quite soon. Shout out to everybody who's been talking in chat. Reckoning, what's up? You know, I haven't seen you talking before, but shout out to you. Shout out to the homie Stroonfield. Always out here. Thanks, fam. And bang-a-rang-a-rang-rang-rang. Yeah, we're here representing SA. You know how it is. And also, shout out to Reckoning155 and Insane Beast for following today. And an extra special shout out at the end of the day for all those who subscribe. Dilettantism, Colorado, Blue Zenith, Saint D, Farmer Fat, Simon1337, Frowny, Purply7, Insanities, and the top subscriber, you mad bro, Zah. Shout out to all of you. Thanks for the support, guys. I really do appreciate it. But anyway, game number 1 between these two sides will come eventually. Just let them get into the lobby. You know, both of them did just finish playing Dota not too long ago, especially Final Tribe. So they need some time to just relax and calm down. So don't go anywhere. Or well, go somewhere. Go piss, make coffee, and come back. We'll be back. Game number 1 between Helsinki Reds and the Final Tribe to decide who's gonna start in the upper bracket of the playoffs for the qualification towards the Bucharest minor. That and more coming up in just a sec.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Hippomaniacs at Nip. You know, I just felt bad leaving you guys just watching a dull screen, so excuse me. So I'll wait for the lobby to fill up. As you can see, there are 8 players in it at the moment. About to get started not too long from now, probably like another 10 minutes, I guess. So yeah, in the meantime, I might as well watch some of this game, see what's happening, meme a bit about the occurrences here. You know, see Puppada is gonna die, he's dead. So, I mean, good kill on Puppada. I would also want to kill Puppada because Puppada was making sure that Axe got nothing at top. Now Puppeta's gonna go try and make sure that nobody else gets anything. Yay. I like Puppeta. What do you guys think of... Okay, let's actually talk, guys. What do you guys think of Grant's thing where he doesn't want to... He's saying he won't go to the major unless they invite Cuckoo. I don't know, I'm not sure how I feel about it. Let us say mixed. Let us say mixed. I think that's the fairest categorization of this. Or characterization, not categorization. Also, it's just me or has my pronunciation today been shit. Yeah, I need better pronunciation. Better wording. You know, Englishing is hard sometimes. And it's not even my first language. Feels bad. You do see that Dazzle just going and denying himself. No, we do see top. Well, let's see what else is happening right now. This early game, this is actually really funny, right? How boring this early game has been. Because normally, or it's not been boring, right? But it's been interesting in a different kind of way. It's been interesting because we've seen both teams make some actually really intelligent moves. Earlier, at the very beginning, I saw this tree. He ported, first he shows at top, trying to contest for the bouncy rune. Then he ports bottom. Normally the move is that you go and try to get a first blood with your first rotation as tree. Instead, what he does is him and the Dazzle, they just spent the first 2 waves of the Morphling just trying to zone back the IO. Allow Morphling to actually get CS, because otherwise this lane is really rough for Morphling going up against the Gyro IO. And also at top, we saw that Saberlights are trying to do the whole creep pull shenanigans with the axe. And he would have had more CS by now, but PPD kept interrupting him. Just basically chased him around. You nightmare him, you hit him, make it difficult for him to feel like this move is worthwhile at the end of the day. And you guarantee that 33 is able to actually get farm in this kind of lane. They're actually going to kill him now. He's dead. He's going to get fissured. Fata's going to kill him. Oh! It's Fata OD! Oh my god. Oh my god, what a treat. This is going to be a treat. Fata OD. Look, we all disagree about China's stance on Cuckoo, right? I don't think you'll find a single person who thinks that the correct way for things to happen is that the local government bans somebody. You know, if somebody's... Listen, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be any kind of bans. Just that, you know, it shouldn't be the local government doing it. It should be the tournament organizers themselves. Even though the local government is actually completely within their rights to do what they did as well. In the absence of Valve doing something. My thing is just that, like, because he's like, I won't go to Chongqing, right? If Valve doesn't release a stand saying that this is a thing that must happen. If it's the Chinese government that is the one that does the ban. I don't know. I feel like... Then why did he go to Malaysia? Why did he go to Malaysia? Nice. Double kill for PPD. The reason I'm saying why did we go to Malaysia? Because in Malaysia, when they banned 33, the man right now, on the Earthshaker, Malaysia was unwilling to offer him a visa because visas are not offered to Israeli citizens from a Malaysian standpoint. Now, that's a shitty rule, shouldn't be happening. And I guess it's a little bit different because there it's like, it's a rule they already had in place. It's not targeted to an individual. But nevertheless, the fact that an individual was affected for something beyond his control happened, right? Because of purely the decisions of an individual government. Because the Chinese government, the federal government in China were like, look, we're giving the provinces the power here. You know, if they wanted to, they could easily overrule the province, but they just don't want to because they're like, whatever. So I don't know. I feel like, let me tell you how I feel, right? And this is gonna sound hyper cynical to a lot of you. I'll take that risk. I feel like a lot of the people who have primary issues right now about what's happening might not be reacting this way if it wasn't because he was being racist. You know? Let's say he was doing something, let me think, something that's equally intolerable. Oh, OD's behind everybody, dropping the hammer. Let's say it was a thing where, alright, here's the situation, right? Let's say that instead of being racist, Cuckoo had instead pulled something similar to a solo, or had like leaked drafts from another team, right? Let's say they were in a scrim. Yes, there we go. Let's say he leaked scrim results from one of the Chinese teams just before one of those Chinese teams is set to take on a team they hadn't played for a finals, and thereafter and you change nothing else about the story. The debacles are still the same. His team finds him the same way. Valve does nothing, and China decides that they want to ban him from the tournament because of this, right? I'm pretty sure. I can't, obviously this is a counterfactual, right? This is a thought experiment. I can't necessarily provide you data, but I have a good feeling that if that was the case, yay, game's up. That if that was the case, it would be unlikely that the level of community outrage would be like this. Part of me feels like the way the community is acting is in, I wouldn't say a defense of racism, but the community is actually really okay with racism. And I feel like if it wasn't a racist thing, we'd all be having a very different conversation right now. But it is what it is. You know, I can't go and prove it because that's not the universe we live in. But this is just a gut feeling that I have, which I'm willing to take on the nose that this might just be my bias as someone that's experienced some racism in the community. It might just be me. But ultimately, I'm okay with people boycotting the event. In a way, boycotting China. At the same time, China won't give a fuck. Yo, if there's a government that gives no fucks, it's the Chinese government. Oh, by the way, Stonefield, could you hear while that game I was showing now was on? Could you hear game sounds? Damn. Some of the neediest motherfuckers in the world. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're out here. We're out here. We're doing this final game of the day, final series, which again I neglected to make a tweet for, which I should probably do right now. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Actually, it doesn't matter. I don't think I need a tweet for this game right now. Anyway, Helsinki Reds taking on Final Tribe. This is the final game between these, before both of these teams today. Exactly. You're look. There is a. I can't really say anything because I only heard about these allegations third hand. But I trust what happened. I trust the people involved. There's people in the community who've been not only made sexist comments, but had behaved in sexist fashion and had brooked nothing, right? Like no consequence. Sure. The community wags its finger, a couple of people here and there do a thing, nothing really happens. And there's people in the community who will say, like this happened in my scene in South Africa, where there was a tournament only for female competitors, because people were like, look, our female gamers experience the worst kind of discrimination, the worst kind of just toxicity in the scene as much as possible. Let us try and encourage them to play by removing the people who are toxic, by just making it for the people that are affected by the toxicity. And the community lost their goddamn freaking minds. It was insane how crazy people went over that shit. It was ridiculous. I was like, guys, come on, what must happen? But yeah. Unfortunately, we have to deal with these things. For this, we don't have to. We're gonna fight it, but this is the world that as it is now. We're trying to change it, but you know, it's gonna take some time, regrettably. I don't like that shit, but it is gonna take some time. Anyway, this game, the importance of this game ultimately is that should Helsinki Reds take even a single, if they take 2-0, then they force tiebreakers between themselves and the final tribe. Should final tribe succeed in taking even a single game, then they have guaranteed their path into the upper bracket of the EU qualifiers for the Bucharest minor. Much easier to play from the upper bracket than the lower bracket, because you still have opportunities to come back. And Europe has 2 qualification spots. So if you start upper bracket, you lose your first best of 3. It's chill, you can still make it. Start in lower bracket, you lose your first best of 3. Sucks to be you. So both teams will be playing their best. Let's see what they can bring to us today. TFT went 1-1 with OG. Helsinki Reds went 0-2 against them. And they lost their game with PA up against OG, didn't they? No, they were playing Luna both games. Yeah. They didn't have a PA game. The PA game was in the final tribe situation. Do you remember Stonefield when Shiva first did TI4, I believe, where she was doing some hosting at TI4 for some of the games, and people also lost their minds there and saying, "What are you guys doing? You know, this we come for the game, not for the politics." And you're like, "What?" Okay. Helsinki Reds now, first pick PA, probably going to be followed up. Oh, they can't pick Dazzle. Dazzle's banned. Magnus is banned as well. What are you going to pair with this PA? It's going to have to be Lich then, in order to make this hero viable. And also to take the Lich away from TFT. Sand King and Grimstroke are 2 heroes that... Actually, I don't like Sand King with Grimstroke. I really like Lich with Grimstroke. BM. BM is actually another good hero with the Phantom Assassin. You beef up the attack speed of this hero, ensure that there's going to be various coup de grace. Then it's good times. Helsinki Reds now need to be banning into the second phase. You decide now, are you picking or banning Lich? It's up to you. What are you going to do, Helsinki? Final tribe, erstwhile. The primary decision that they need to make is if they're going to go all in for the team fight, or if they feel like Sand King Grimstroke is enough. It's either you go, whenever I see Grimstroke drafts to win, it's either the team went like 4 protect 1 type strats, or they just went all in on their team fight. Personally, I prefer 4v1s versus the PA, but we'll see. Helsinki do decide to ban the Lich. Final tribe take out the Grand Magus is gone, so no Arcane Supremacy. I haven't seen any magic dealers from Helsinki just yet. With this Beastmaster, I really like Shadow Shaman as a pick whenever Beastmaster is involved. Just multiple avenues of push. You just like group up as a unit and you just ball down the lane. Don't care, you tunnel vision, you're like, we're going to win the game now. It's always good times. And Slog banned out. That's interesting. Do they want to pick the Arc Warden at the end of this? I feel like Slog is really good against Arc Warden, because you can actually find him inside the magnetic field and kill that hero. They're really taking their time with this final ban in the second phase. They're picking immediately out the gate. So I think they're deciding if they're going to be putting the Sand King support or core. I mean, you've already seen 2 of the core heroes from Helsinki, right? So you can actually play this a bit more complicated. Pick your position 1. Oh, they do pick the Lion. Okay. Grimstroke. I was actually hoping that Helsinki would pick Lion, but Grimstroke with Lion is crazy because double Finger of Death, double Hex feels bad. Shit's crazy. It's pretty insane. Helsinki. Ways to deal with Lion. You need, obviously, I already have a BKB hero, but ideally you want some kind of heal on the rest of your team. There was a period of time where people were picking this Witch Doctor hero and using that as your healer, but it's not really that reliable. Already had IO being banned out. How about the Oracle still in the pool? Decent against Grimstroke because you can get the Ink Swell off somebody if they get silenced immediately. You can dispel it. You can protect them from magic damage from the Lion with the Fate's Edict. False Promise is amazing with the Phantom Assassin, especially if she goes for any kind of lifesteal in this game. Yeah, I actually really like Oracle. I think actually Oracle is a hero that's underpicked right now. Whether it remains underpicked for the future will be seen, but I think it's very underpicked. We saw OG just win with that hero and it looked very good. Hey! This is a very good Oracle game. Terrorblade for Final Tribe. I mean, TB versus PA, classic matchup. PA has a rough time versus TB given how much armor this hero has. You also don't really want to jump into a Terrorblade. You know, you might have yourself tons of evasion available for yourself. But still, you're going to have... It's still Terrorblade. You don't want to jump into that. I did see one really funny thing. I saw Grimstroke Terrorblade the one game. And there was one hero that was on low HP and another hero that was on full. And Terrorblade, after the Soulbind came out, he used Sunder on the hero that was low. And it double sundered. So it sundered him with this low hero and then sundered him with the high hero. So he ended up on low HP anyway. It was hilarious. TFT now. With this, still need a mid hero. Helsinki Reds, okay, it's up to you now. Do you pick Zeus? Do you either pick Zeus now or take the chance that it's going to be banned? I think either Zeus or Kunkka are the hero they should put in the mid lane. Ooh, Tiny is good though. Tiny is a very good hero. You could still potentially put this hero mid as well. Helsinki Reds have Beastmaster, Oracle, and Tiny. All 3 are heroes, or Beastmaster and Tiny in particular, are heroes that can be played both support and offlane. It's going to be up to TFT to decide which is which in this game. It could very easily be Beastmaster going offlane, Oracle support, Tiny mid, PA safe lane. But ultimately, I don't think most teams like picking their final support hero at the end of the draft. Ideally, you want to pick that well before it. And there's the Zeus ban. That's what I was saying. Either pick it there or it gets banned. It is removed now. Helsinki Reds. I think Lena's actually a pretty good pick to end the draft. Even Huskar, actually. Because you have Oracle and Beastmaster. So you can really take advantage of how fast that hero attacks. Let's see. Oh, CET. That's half an hour. So Helsinki Reds will be the ones picking into or banning into the final pick for themselves, and then Final Tribe will have last pick in the mid lane. What haven't we seen mid today? We only saw like one Invoker. No, we didn't see Invoker today. I saw Invoker yesterday. MK banned. So they are putting the Tiny off lane then. I actually really like Beastmaster as a support hero more so than as a core hero. Yep, there's the Kunkka. Thought so. It was either Kunkka, Zeus, or maybe Ember Spirit. One of those 3 heroes. You ban Zeus, they have to pick Kunkka. What else could they do? Otherwise, they just don't have burst to deal with the illusions from the Terrorblade. And now they also have great team fight with this hero. Ooh! Last pick Timbersaw. Alright. Alright. Okay. Okay. So Timbersaw's weird versus Phantom Assassin. Because dependent on the stage of the game, and depending on how many reactive armor stacks Timbersaw already has going, you can die before you build up that many stacks, just given how much the sheer force of the physical damage that comes out from this hero on the Phantom Assassin. However, you can also find yourself in a situation where this hero tickles you and does nothing. Very good against Kunkka. Very, very, very good against Kunkka. Decent-ish versus Tiny. Very good against Beastmaster. This is a great Timbersaw game, actually. Because they don't have much magical burst, right? The only magical burst they have is the Tiny. And they support Tiny this game, being played by Wamba. So he's not really going to be in a position to have super high levels into Avalanche Toss early on in the game. And that's the only period of the game where Timbersaw really struggles from the magic damage Tiny puts out. Granted, you will have to worry about major crits from Kunkka and PA killing you before the reactive comes out. But this is a great game. Going to be able to run a lot of interference for his team, stand at the front, be a super beefcake. Grimstroke is going to enable him heavily. You know, you soulbind, keep everybody close together. Easy to steal a lot of stats with your Whirling Death, as well as making sure that Chakram triggers onto both heroes. Now I'm hyped for this one. I think that's going to be a pretty good game. And how's game sounding? Stoonfield? How does it sound to you? Can you hear everything? And also this game, at least there is a female in this game. Well, what did you call it? Uterus holder. Okay, I'll max out the game volume. I'm probably gonna blow up my ears, but it's fine. It's worth it for the squad, for the crew. Uterus holder is really funny. I'm not gonna forget that anytime soon. Okay. So now the game getting underway. Helsinki Reds, one loss away from the loser bracket. They need to win both in order to guarantee their place in the upper bracket. They should get de-warded here from the side of the final tribe. This ward is really obvious when you place it, especially from where they're standing right now. Like, especially if you get Borrow Strike from there, you know that this ward is right there. Era, beautiful two-man impale. Wamba's now caught inside the corner, but they want Jonathan Farm first. That's a bigger kill to bring down the offlane Sand King, and they will succeed in doing so. Wamba throws a tree at his face. Gets that first blood. It's a pretty big deal. Fortune's End now flying out onto Hanskin. We'll hold him in place for a moment, but he should still be able to retreat away from here. No stress. I got you. I got you. So here we go. Game number 1. Helsinki Reds going up against the final tribe. There is only a single possible outcome that the Helsinki Reds will be happy with, which is a 2-0 victory. Anything else will be failure. And here we go. They're going to be having a really rough game though, because in the mid lane they have Kunkka, who's going to farm, you know, not going to be stopped by the Timbersaw. Still going to be a rough time. Siu is playing the Kunkka. In the top lane we do have Last Hero playing the Beastmaster. Down towards bottom we see that it is Womber on the Tiny, Rad 8 on the Phantom Assassin, and last but not least Vipu on the Oracle. The final tribe on the Dire side will be playing Jonas and Farm on the Sand King. Hanskin will be rolling around on the Grimstroke. Towards the mid lane we do have Chessie on the what I imagine is going to be the hero that wins the game, really, playing the Timbersaw. At top, last but not least, will be Frost then, playing this Terror Blade. And it's interesting that they're playing aggro tri-lanes here, even though they have TB at top, which is normally the hero that you aggro tri-lane with. But now they're trying to get this kill onto our Oracle. Burrow Strike is there after the Ink Swell, and they get the kill onto Vipu. Wamba unable to really assist with that one. He's doing a lot of damage onto Era, but the tree will expire. All the hits have been expended. And they end up all just backing away. So, decent-ish trade. You know, you get the kill onto this Oracle. Vipu will come back. You don't even spend that much mana. Jonas Farm still has a mango left in his inventory. Got some decent gold from that one. They're not really stopping Rab 8 from farming, however. So that's kind of rough because Jonas and Farm only has 1 CS. Okay, just got a second one now. Avalanche did land onto Hansken. Hansen is going to get brought down. Rab8 chases him with the damage from the Stifling Dagger. Jonas and Farm try to run interference by making use of that Borrow Strike onto Vipu and Rab8. But sadly, there's Blink Strike or Phantom Strike on the PA. And PA might actually kill Jonas and Farm here. Fortune's End will be there. They're going to Phantom Strike onto him, get the additional attack speed, get a double kill. And Rab8 not done just yet. Looking for the triple. Will he be able to find it? Yes, he will. So this Phantom Assassin, she is tripling up, looking for this Ultra. Hansken's in trouble. Purifying Flames will be there. But Rab8 doesn't want to commit the possibility of getting brought down. We'll just happily go back, finish off buying the Wraith Band at base, have it sent out, whilst also having a Quelling Blade. Oh, they're actually going to give it to Tiny. Tiny's going to send it now. Womba's going to bring this. This is pretty great. And there we go. Wraith Band now complete by Rab8. Doesn't even have to waste the time of the courier, meaning that the courier is free to deliver items to Siu in the mid lane. He's actually bodying Chessie right now. I guess that's the one thing I didn't take into account, is that Chessie actually does no damage on the Timbersaw, relies almost wholesale on his spells to be effective in this mid lane. And Siu just has to wait and then Tidebring gets CS. Not hard. And look at those denies. 13 denies for the Kunkka. Oh my goodness. Oh, though he's faring very low. Chessie's gonna kill him right now. He's gonna X. The Torrent will be there. Will push him back. And he doesn't have a point into the Timber Chain. Will not be able to chase further. But Siu finds a salve being cancelled. That's pretty bad. But he'll be okay. He'll be fine. He's still going to be getting the large bulk of the CS here. So far, so good for Helsinki Reds. Off to a good start in this game. They're leading in CS in most of their lanes. Only place that is not going that well is at top. But their last hero is just trading farm with Frost. So no losses are being taken here for Helsinki Reds. Mid is going swimmingly. Bottom, they got a triple kill for the Phantom Assassin. Even though she doesn't have that much CS. Doesn't really matter when you're getting this many kills. She's even with Jonas and Farm in kills in CS, but a huge disparity in CS. Or at least not a huge disparity in CS. Other way around. Huge disparity in kills, not a huge disparity in CS. Feels bad. So Rab8 now very soon shall have the build into these power trades going. Presumably meaning that he's going to be trying to build into the Battle Fury for this game. I suppose it also helps deal with the illusions from the TB. So not the worst thing in the world that he's deciding on this build. Wamba. They're going to try and contest around these. He doesn't have mana. If he had more mana, he actually has a mango. I'm not sure if you want to use it though. I think you just let this one go. Especially because at the top lane, Lost Hero has secured 2 bounty runes for your team anyway. If it was the case that Lost Hero got zoned out of this bounty rune, then I think Wamba would have considered maybe making a play there. But as it stands, chooses not to. Instead, he's actually going to rotate to the top lane. They're going to... That would be a pretty sick move. If they keep the Tiny... like just sort of sitting in the background up until the point where Lost Hero is able to crack level 6. And then they toss Tiny, or they toss the Beastmaster onto the Terrorblade, allow him to get the Primal Roar off and get the kill. I think that's what they want to try and do, but Lost Hero isn't getting CS fast enough to justify that. Because Wamba's also stealing a little bit of this experience. But they're also trying to take advantage of the fact that TFT will be running a more inefficient tri-lane now. And they can put some pressure onto the Terrorblade with the Tiny being at top. And there's the Avalanche. Yeah, they don't have the damage for this. Man, if Wamba just made this movement 30 seconds later, this would have been really good. Look at mid lane, guys. Siu is bodying Chessie. 29 and 22 versus 18 and 8. This is a pretty rough scenario to be experiencing. At bottom, we might have a kill onto Rab8, but they don't have the stun just yet. Jonas and Farm low on HP. Borrow Strike out onto Vipu. Inkswell onto him. They do almost have the damage. Vipu will die eventually though. Double damage onto Hansken, getting the job done for the Grimstroke. No, Helsinki Reds got the first blood. They killed Jonas from Sand King with the Tiny. And said Tiny's at top now. He's with this Beastmaster. They pushed down the tier 1 tower already and are putting some pressure on this tier 2. This is a really good move to be making against a Terrorblade, making aggression into his lane. Okay, the triple avalanche doesn't kill anyone. And Jonas Farm dies again at bottom. Rabbit makes that happen with this Phantom Assassin. This is pretty bad. They might actually find this kill onto Hanskin. Nice Phantom's Embrace, making sure there's not going to be a jump from the Stifling Dagger with the Phantom Strike, but just not enough. They do have the damage ultimately, and Vipu gets him. This bottom lane. Look at this PA. Involved in 6 kills this game. It's been all good. Oh my god, at top they find Terrorblade as well. Kunkka made this rotation. They're also going to find Jonas Farm. He's definitely a dead man. They have vision of him with the Sentry Ward. There's Sandstorm will not protect you, my friend. And Rab 8, mega kill streak for the Phantom Assassin. Almost 8 minutes into the game, and this is how well it's going for him already. I believe the NIP game is like going to finish with NIP winning. I don't know. They won game 1, so I feel like you should know that a PPD team is not going to lose unless you're already really good as well. PA now. Second net worth behind only this Beastmaster. Oh, the thing I was going to say is very good. Is not only do they take this tier 1, taking down the tier 2 tower and playing as aggressively as they are, limits the range of places that Frost can farm on his Terrorblade. And given that also this lane didn't go well for the Timbersaw in the mid lane, they need him to catch up too. They also need the Sand King to catch up. He's going to have to take the dangerous side of the top map. Either way, you're just enclosing the map around the side of TFT, not allowing them the gold and the ability to get their heroes back up to scratch. And they're going to lose the tier 1 tower in the mid lane as well. Lost Hero has been playing this like a champion. Oh, Swati! I do remember you. What's up, fam? How you doing? I do indeed remember you. Oh, mid. Era gonna get boated. Is he gonna die from the Tidebringer Cleave? Nah, it's the Torrent that brings him down. But dies regardless in the mid lane. Yo, Helsinki Rays have a 4k gold lead. They're thinking about taking another tier 2 all before the 10-minute mark. Really taking advantage of the fact that the TFT lineup, even the Timbersaw, kind of requires some time to really get off the ground. You know, it's not a draft that automatically is good. You have to sort of prime yourselves into getting there. And things haven't gone well in the laning phase. They need to catch up. And we see that they head into the Roshan pit with this that medallion I just mentioned for Lost Hero. Is this Necrobook already on the courier? Oh my god. Okay, there's gonna be a fight right now though. We're gonna see inside the pit. Oh, Sue's gonna snatch the Aegis on the Kunkka. He used the X-Play to make this happen. Or rather, Jonas Farm got the Kunkka kill. Hanskin now gets 1 kill off of him. Jesse falling somewhat low. Inkswell will trigger out onto him. Avalanche onto the high ground. Lost Hero was False Promise, so he stays alive. False Promise. Or the Fortune's End, rather, keep Jonas Farm in position. He's gonna die. And the boat onto Jesse. It's actually Wombo with the tree hit that gets the final double kill. And they lose 3. So the Sandstorm is the one to get the kill onto the Roche. I was co-casting with people the other day. Okay, but you know why I don't often co-cast, right? Is that I often feel bad for people because if I'm asking people to co-cast, very often, you know, because I'm not getting paid directly to do the games, I feel bad asking people to commit that much time for free. You see, Tiny goes down, Timber Chain onto the high ground. They bring down Lost Hero on the Beastmaster simultaneously. So they've gotten some good revenge from the side of TFT. Both Frost and Chessie, the heroes that need to get involved as much as possible, are the ones that ended up claiming those kills. And they're gonna just use this Metamorphosis timing that remains to try and put damage onto the tier 1 tower. But yeah, I just feel really bad, dude, because like, yeah, taking time out of people's day for free isn't something I like doing. Yesterday we were doing like a quad stream. I was casting all weekend with people and co-casting with them, and that was good times. Oh, toss forward, coming in from Lost Hero. Phantom's Embrace catches the Beastmaster. And Soak of Fate will be there as well. He was thinking about the Primal Roar, but recognizing that the range between him and either hero was too far away, he gives that up. But it's been a good series of minutes for TFT. They managed to close the gap in their farm somewhat. Frost sitting on Dire Triangle. Sure, not able to use the other side of the map, but Dire Triangle is still pretty good for him. Able to get himself more farm, level 10, and he's the net worth leader in the game right now. Well, guys, I quickly have to just go open the door. Just give me 1 second. Hopefully no one dies in the meantime.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And I'm back. Sorry. Somebody just came home and yeah, they didn't have keys. So that's what I'm saying. Well, I'm on YouTube as well. But more people watch Twitch when it comes to gaming than YouTube, unfortunately. Or at least I found. But either way, I'm trying to... Part of the reason, yeah, I'm trying to get this money so we can share with people. And say, guys, let's make this. But I also stream to YouTube if you... At the same time with Restream. So if you prefer YouTube, you can check that out, rather. It's really up to you. We see Vipu has cracked level 6, so we have False Promise available to us. This lead hasn't really grown. PA has caught up to what the Terrorblade was doing, and she very soon will have access to this full Desolator for herself. It's kind of stupid how she can farm the jungle with this new blur ability. So dumb. It's even better when they stack camps for you. That's the nicest. They're all going to smoke up S3. They want to reveal Lost Heroes Primal Roar. Is there a Blink Dagger on Womba? Not yet, but they're going to find Hanskin. Easy kill. This one's not going to take long at all. Avalanche is all that they need. Get the triple slow stun. And there you go. With no difficulty at all, they find that kill and they move on. They're like, easy game, easy res. And look how low the tier 2 tower in the mid lane is as well. However, this game was not going to remain easy forever. Terrorblade, always a ticking time bomb. Almost has the Yasha. Actually has it right now if he wants it. Just has to have it sent out. So once he has access... Oh yeah, I was about like, what? Aegis timing out? How is that even possible? But I forgot that they actually took an Aegis. That the Kunkka picked it up earlier. Man, this team is playing at such a high tempo on Helsinki Reds. Desolator now coming for the PA. Beastmaster. Just finished the Necro book. That's on the courier as well. Siu already has the armlet, halfway towards having BKB. Oh, I don't think he should buy BKB. He should buy Heaven's Halberd. Right now he doesn't need BKB, but if he has the Halberd and puts that onto the Terrorblade and the fights, because this is going to be well before Terrorblade. Well, actually Terrorblade won't be able to do anything about it. Lost Hero does end up dying. Putting the disarm onto TB, especially after he metamorphs, huge hit to the effectiveness of this hero overall. Now though, Beastmaster, there's that Necro book. Necro 1 for him. Oh my god, Jonathan Farm is doing this trash build again. Guys, this build sucks. I hate this build so much. Going Crimson Guard first before Blink Dagger. I suppose his team isn't fighting right now anyway. It's acceptable if he doesn't buy any other item except Blink right now. If he just goes in for the Blink, I'll be fine. And right now they weren't going to find any kills. Because I was going to say that the worst case scenario is that right now they don't find a kill because he doesn't have Blink Dagger, has Crimson Guard instead. But the enemy team is on the other side of the map anyway. So Helsinki Reds not really interested in testing out which items the Sand King has. They take the top tier 1 tower, and the double damage PA will help them take down the tier 2 at bottom. And Helsinki Reds are going to try and play some chicken right now. Dare somebody to come home. The TPs are coming back into the base, but this push is substantial. They've got Necro Books in a Beast Aura, the double boars. This push is no joke, guys. You're contesting for a tier 2 when a tier 3 is almost at half HP. And it gets basically to half before they choose to back away. Now, do they have the potential to punish Jonas and Farm in the top lane? Wamba will find him with the avalanche, toss him up into the air. PA is getting closer. Jonas and Farm does have Barrow Strike though, with Sandstorm and TP, so I think he should be fine. And they got the tier 2. That's actually a pretty sick play by Jonas and Farm. Make sure they get the tower. Make sure that he survives as well. Alright, so things aren't so bad for him. Level 11, so he gets the bonus health. Rabbit as well. Okay, Epicenter being channeled at top, but you know, if you had a Blink Dagger, shit might be different. If you had yourself a young Blink Dagger, but you do not, my friend. You have this really shit item. Honestly, garbage item on this hero, I think. You don't really feel that much tankier when you have it on Sand King. It's not like a Centaur or Axe where you're like, oh, I'm actually not dying ever. You're just like, oh, I have Crimson Guard, man. Okay. See, Timbersaw almost has Yule Scepter. Built the Holy Locket. It's one of the few Holy Lockets that I've actually seen being built. Oh, wait, did Sand King just die? Oh, wait, let's see how much physical damage he took. Oh, he took 1,000 physical damage. Did this garbage item help? No. If he had Sandstorm and walked through the goddamn Sandstorm and blinked away, he probably would have survived. Garbage item. Seriously. Please, guys, don't buy. Don't buy, don't buy, don't buy. Well, Sand King ends up getting brought down. Pretty feels bad situation. They're going to take the Roche again now. Lost Hero does have still access to this medallion. So it is not going to be difficult at all. They lose a tiny other side of the map though. So this is really fine. Because Hanskin is so low as well on the Grimstroke. Unless they pop the shrine, they won't be able to get back to the shrine and get to Roche in time. And it's too late. Oh, so this is actually really funny, Swati, right? So, I remember this guide from when they released it, like the observation guide, right, with the directed camera. But I really struggle to cast if I'm not controlling the camera, like myself, in my own weird way. It's very strange, like, it shouldn't really matter, right, ultimately, given that the same things are happening on the game, but it really affects my focus, affects how I'm able to look and understand the game. I used this for a while, but then I was like, nah. Oh, that's a pretty great courier kill. Okay, Hanskin's dead, totally. Also, Rabbit just hit 15, so gonna have the -3 armor corruption. Actually, should she get the armor corruption on the PA? Yeah, she should probably get the cleave. This is the kind of game you get the cleave versus the Terrorblade. I think the cleave is better. They have one source of cleave already from the Kunkka, but as many sources as humanly possible can only be a good thing. And now Frost will smoke with his team. Chessie is with them as well. They want to try and find some big hero. Wamba pops the smoke. Feels pretty bad. They will find the Oracle. That's actually even worse. A 3-man smoke with 2 of your most important heroes and one of your strongest hero on the map. And you're going to get like a kill on Oracle and some free farm in this area. But what, you get one camp and you're going to have to back off to your side of the map? That was not worth it at all. They have to take the Ancients at least. Yeah, okay. If you get the Ancients, then it's not so bad. Still not great, but not the worst ever. Chessie, what's he going to be building after this Yules? Beastmaster. Oof. This is kind of an issue for our main man, the Terrorblade. Having to deal with Necro units, really not fun. Really not fun. Oh, look at that. They smoke as the team. And Rab 8 wasn't involved in the initial smoke, but can still just pop the blur and disappear off the map regardless. They will find Hanskin. And Wamba jump into the trees. Easy kill. The one issue with losing out on total and complete map control, as TFT have done, is that at the very least, you don't have to contend with, after you get killed in the mid game, actually losing structures, because the only structures you have left are high ground. So it kind of does mean that the enemy team on Helsinki Reds will be forced back more towards their side of the map. Now I use the numbers already. Like I do have them. I have the numbers assigned for the thing. But it's weird. Jonas Farm's gonna get a kill at bottom onto Wamba. There's gonna be an impale, finger of death. That's only the third finger kill, but it's stacking. It's stacking, and it gets the spell gets insane as the game extends. We do see that on the other side of the map, Kunka might get caught out by Chessie, but it might be Chessie that's been caught himself. Look at the damage that the PA does. Reactive armor for what? It's gonna get sundered defensively by Frost. The boat will come through. Soulbind was there by Beastmaster with the primal roar onto Jonas Farm behind the shrine itself. He's gonna try and Borrow Strike away. Moving now. Crimson Guard on him. Blink nicely. Wow, Blink Dagger. Now he won't die because he has freaking Blink Dagger. He's gonna Borrow Strike in through the trees and he should be okay. Chelsea though, coming in, back of the fight, looking towards trying to bring down Vipu. They use him up into the air. Fate's Edict will be out onto the Oracle. Oracle will die. Jonas Farm though will still get caught at the end of the day. Lost hero, because he has the Necro 3, Sandstorm does not provide any protection. And Jonas Farm dies. Oh, they're not even done just yet. Wamba showed up like he wanted to try and get involved, but he ate a Phantom's Embrace, got silenced, realized that he wasn't going to be able to contribute anything to the fight further. So it ends up just being a 1-1 trade. Off lane for a support. Definitely not worth it. Listen, I do a double tap, and it's kind of like this, right? Have you ever met players who only play in windowed mode, or have you met players who play like, who never use edge pan or anything, or have you met players that like still in 2018 don't play with quick cast? There's a lot of like odd things that make no sense in Dota, but people are just comfortable doing. It's very weird. Kunka tossed into the air by this Yule Scepter. Impale will not connect, but the Burrow Strike will. However, the BKB will be there to get rid of the Phantom's Embrace. He will get soulbound right now. Nobody else is nearby enough for this to latch. And look at the turnaround from Rabbit, almost bringing down Hanskin. Both flying forward. Who's it dragging back? It is Era. Era's gonna die. Rab 8 throws the Stifling Dagger and gets the crit for the kill. And now the toss Wamba jumps into the base looking for Jonas and Farm. The Burrow Strike will be there from Jonas. Primal's Roar will be there for him now. BKB popped by the Phantom Assassin onto the high ground. But with the buyback from Era, looks like they just want to retreat right now. Chessie, Timber Chain onto the high ground. Gets the Yules up onto the Oracle. Wamba, Avalanche on the 3 heroes in the background. But he's going to die before he's able to bring anybody else down. Vipu, False Promise onto himself. They do lose Wamba first and foremost. And we do see Epicenter being channeled out. They want to try to bring down the Phantom Assassin. Rab 8 will die. His Aegis has expired. And Frost will get a double kill. The TB with the damage, with the reflection, getting those two, bringing down the Tiny first. And then after... they both got so greedy, trying to kill... was it Era who was very low? Was it Hanskin? One of the two of them was falling very, very low. Well, that fight ends up going completely south. The greed is too good. Also, Chessie looked like he was going to die there, but ended up just escaping on the sliver of health, but he ends up fine. Tier 2 in the mid lane shall fall. Hanskin. Then it takes some of the, at least one ancient. It was kind of low. Frost in the meantime is taking the ancients on the other side of the map on the Radiant team. But things not looking so bad now for TFT. You see, you understand, right? Playing in windowed mode, I don't understand playing in windowed mode, but I also get that like you need to. There's just certain things you get used to when you do Dota. Or any given activity, really. the methodology required to ensure that someone has maximum comfort doing something so that they can put maximum effort into it is going to vary from person to person. It is what it is. Now, Jonas, if I'm going to try and build a Heaven's Halberd, I would have much preferred if he built this first item instead of Crimson Guard. Because Heaven's Halberd in this game, good against the Kunkka, good against the PA, good against the Tiny. But Crimson Guard, yeah. Yeah. Very arguable whether it's kept anybody alive in this game. Last hero now will deward the map as much as he can. Still trying to get this Blink Dagger. Yo, Frost, you need BKB, mate. Oh my god. You know, I used to be a BKB hater. I used to be one of these players that's like, oh man, you know, let me just farm a few more minutes. Who needs BKB immediately? I'll come back for it, it's fine. Mate, just buy BKB. These last couple of fights have gone okay for him personally. Even if they've gone awry for his team, the fight before last and the last fight before this went really well for his team. But seriously, buy BKB. This butterfly is gonna be nice, but bro. Just buy BKB. Is Hanskin dead? Yeah, Hanskin's dead. Feels bad, man. Feels pretty bad. Ouch. Ouch. And Roche is back. Alright, so that's going to be an easy Roche. Ravate has Basher now as well. They won't even need the Beastmaster to provide the assistance with the crest. Or the medallion rather, doesn't have the full crest. The Dire Scan will be directly over the Roshan pit. But what can you do about this? Another thing about the draft on the side of TFT is they don't really have any major ultimates with the exception of this Epicenter. So if Epicenter is a wash, guarantee that they won't be able to lock down multiple heroes in order to take the fight. And because this Timbersaw didn't really have as good a game as anticipated, only now at 29 minutes does he pick up his Bloodstone. Still has 14 charges on it, still needs to build towards a Shiva's Guard. He's not really proving to be the big beefcake at the front lines to absorb everything for his team. I mean, the last fight was very different, right? They were fighting from a high ground perspective and they still almost lost their tower. Oof, look at this. Siu has Daedalus, Aghanim, or the Armlet. Yeah, this hero hurts. This hero... Hanskin might die here. Jeez. Did you guys see that? Almost died. With one hit. That was insane. And that's before Kunkka even hits the 20 and gets the additional strength, so he's even stronger. Uh-oh. Jessie is dead. Oh, big plays. Big plays. Jesse's dead, yeah. Sorry, mate. He's gonna make them play for this one for a while, but 100% chance that he's gonna lose his life here. That was such sick plays coming in from Siu. So what Siu does, he X's Chessie, right? Knows that Chessie has Yule Scepter, waits for him to Yules himself up, then casts the torrent where the Yules is, throws the boat there, allowing the chance for the PA to jump in. They hope for the first hit bash. They get the second hit bash, it's good enough. The boat flies through. And the Timber Chain away, not gonna keep you alive versus the heroes. Because there's X. If need be, there was Primal Roar. And now there is no Timbersaw. Also, I love how all of that rhymed. And this is Timbersaw who just bought Bloodstone, so... Wait, did he suicide there? Or did he die? He must have suicided sometime earlier, because it's on cooldown. Oh no, he used the Convert. Yeah, it's different now. He tried to stay alive there using the Convert, but it didn't work with the Blood Pact. So he dies, loses Bloodstone charges. And they're going to lose Rax off of this. Borrow Strike from Jonas and Farm onto the Kunkka. The triple Stifling Dagger is available now for Ravate. And there's the Soul Bind with double Phantom's Embrace onto these heroes. Ravate trying to run himself away right now. Siu, False Promise will keep the Kunkka alive. And the Primal Roar, it's only onto an illusion. But nevertheless, the space is created. And the escape is in the offing. Helsinki Reds will escape with taking down the tier 1 tower in the mid lane. Face absolutely no penalty for this kind of move. Jesse's back alive. Is Frost still not going BKB? Okay, bought Butterfly. And almost has BKB money. But it looks like Helsinki Reds, they smell blood in the water. They know that they're much stronger. I mean, it might only be a 4k gold lead. But if you look at the distribution of this gold, it's only the Terrorblade that's on top. And the Terrorblade is ahead of everybody in the game by 3k. Beastmaster now gonna find himself a Siu with the Kunkka. There's gonna be a Fate's Edict to protect him for the time being. Phantom's Embrace on him. The Chakram flying forward from Chessie. The damage coming in from the Terrorblade onto Wamba. Wamba will go down. False Promise onto Siu. He's gonna get soulbound by Vipu. The boat does come. Will stun onto one hero. They're gonna be able to bring down the Era on the backline of the fight. Rare Bait with the BKB looking towards bringing down the Grimstroke. Gets the double kill onto those heroes. Frost now, he's at the forefront of the fight. They have only brought down the Tiny thus far. Rabbit was looking for an opportunity. Jonas and Farm will trigger off the epicenter, but he doesn't have Blink Dagger available just yet. Finally does get it. They lead on to Siu. Siu will die, ending up being brought down by Frost with that Eye of Skadi Terrorblade. And they get a double kill in that direction. Rab8 now just trying to escape Chessie. Doesn't want to get used up into the air. It's gonna get used up. Jonas and Fan has Blink in 1 second. He's back online. It gets disabled by Rab8. Rab8 wants to turn his attention towards it, but the Power Strike will be there. They will be able to kill him down at the very end of the day. They take the Aegis. But here come the rest of Helsinki. They've got Primal Roar. Who are they going to throw it out on? They're not going to look onto anybody just yet. They're looking towards Vipu. Vipu, Fate's Edict himself, but that's a self-disarm, my friend. Won't protect you forever. Primal Roar will fly out. They're going on to Chessie. Chessie falling very low, losing all his mana. Is he going to die here? But they get PA killed because Frost is just too goddamn strong right now. And now Chessie looking like he wants to turn the tide. Avalanche toss onto the high ground. Chessie will not die as of yet. The Timber Chain through will keep him alive. And now Frost will just all of a sudden chase down Lost Hero. And we still see Chessie is alive. Goes back for Wamba with Hanskin. Hanskin creating the vision and the space. They get the kill. Wamba, he will die as well, and in the long run, it will be a team wipe. The fight starting in the mid lane, ending by the shrine in the river. And TFT, with that victory, we're going to find a double damage win as well. There's no tier 2 towers for them to take, unfortunately. But perhaps they can think about maybe forcing a buyback or two. Nah, Kunkka's back. Kunkka's D-push is really good. But Chessie just walks onto the high ground. He's just trying to create the space right now. He's daring Siu or Sayu to be the one to actually expend damage out onto him. And Frost has DD. They're going to get those racks. Well, looks like one doesn't need to have the BKB if no one can hit you. The evasion from this butterfly is putting in major dividends for this hero. And Chessie now. Chessie did a lot of work these last few engagements. Both flying through. They're looking to claim 2 lanes here. Do they not have Cliff? They don't have Cliff. Oh my god, they're going to lose 2 lanes here. And Frost, can they actually bring him down? Avalanche will be there from Wamba. The triple stagger does come out. They toss forward. We see here's a TP for the Beastmaster on the other side of the fight. Siu gets Burrow struck up now. There's going to be the Primal Roar coming in, stunning 2 heroes on the backside of the fight. They bring down Hanskin at the very beginning of this. The Sunder onto Wamba. Wamba falling very low, but Rabbit turning onto Frost. But Frost will also turn around with the Metamorphosis Illusion. They're doing so much damage. Wamba does eventually go down. The Wild Axes kill Era on the backside of the fight, but they lose the Phantom Assassin. Chessie with the damage from the Chakram, the Whirling Death, and the right clicks from Frost is way too damn much. And Lost Hero forced to retreat and flee right now. He'll at least pick up some bounties on the way out. Will he survive this run though? It doesn't look like it. He gets used up into the air. The Chakram is right on top of him. The Timber Chain through won't actually connect, and he's able to blink away because the Eye of Skadi hit doesn't get there either. And since he has BTs, goes to the opposite side of the map. He's Gucci. Gonna go pick up the other 2 bunnies. TFT, they only have to win a single game. It looked like it wasn't going to be this game. And they're just like, come on, buddy. Come on, relax. Hanskin with so many really good ink swells from this guy in this game. Like, I barely even had time to like pay attention to them. But when you think about it, it's like, oh my god, so many heroes. Like, the PA has been stunned up so much. Just trying to actually get kills. It's kind of ridiculous. And she went for this MKB after finishing off the Basher. I'm not wholly sure I agree with this. I would have actually preferred if she just went straight for the Abyssal Blade. And then afterwards go for the Satanic. I think you get enough attack speed from the Phantom Strike. We can come back for this later, but right now, Unison Farm, okay, Primal Roar onto the Sand King in the top side of the map. Will they be able to bring him down? You'll Scepter into the air. There's a Soul Bind from Hanskin. Hanskin gets eviscerated though, and there's going to be huge damage coming in from Chessie. Because of Hanskin, they managed to bring down Visu very, very quickly. Last hero will not die just yet. BKB activated by the PA. The boat flying through. Frost isn't going to be the one caught out by this one. It's going to be Era instead on the background of the fight. Rampage is looking for an excuse to get him with the kill. Wamba uses his tree and is able to snake down onto the Lion. The Avalanche will be there to stun up the movement of the Terrorblade. And Chessie tossed up into the air with the Torrent. There's going to be no Shrine just yet, but Rampage gets chased down by Chessie, who Timber chased onto the high ground. Now they're looking for Siu, forcing the BKB out from him. Frost is on the backside of this fight. They bring down Vipu now as well. Torrent will land out from Frost. But it's still a double kill already given out, so Sayu will not be able to resist this. He's running onto the high ground. False Promise has kept him alive, but it will not keep the game alive perhaps. There's 3 heroes in the deck. PA does not have buyback because she bought out to buy that MKB. She is 230 gold away from having buyback, and as a result, her team will be a mega creeps away from winning the game. Wamba, him and Sayu are going to try one last stand, but the damage from Chessie is too damn high. The boat will fly through, it'll stun the Terrorblade, but where is the damage to actually bring him down? Wamba is going to get turned upon to get wailed on by Frost. Frost will get this kill. Sayu getting chased by the Chakram, going to get brought down eventually by Unison Farm. He's going to buy back too. They bring down the mid-range racks and secure the mega creeps. Frost not done just yet. He turns towards these tier 4 towers. And at the end of the day, the damage is too much. Last hero now is going to get caught out by Chessie. And Sayu dies as well. And it's going to be GG. Well played. The final tribe. Making the second game somewhat redundant, but we're going to watch it anyway. They secure themselves upper bracket. So these European qualifiers, there's a 0% chance right now that Helsinki Reds will be able to get into the upper bracket. This game will still be played out though. You know. Oh, what a game. What a game at the end of the day. And they're already populating the new lobby. And we'll be seeing that next game. Oh, also this Vega Hippomaniacs game. Because Ninjas in Pajamas managed to win 2-0 versus both teams. The final spot is legitimately just going to be decided by this one matchup, this one best of 2 between the teams. So whoever wins, actually might as well move to here, right? Because the other one is guaranteed. We know what the result is. How do you guys feel about this? What do you want? I operate at the whims of my audience. So Swati, Weiju, Shando, what do you guys want? Stroonfield, you still here? What do you want to see? Do you want to see Vegas Squadron vs Hippomaniacs, or do you want to see the second TFT game?
10 seconds remaining.
I have no qualms either way, so I'll leave it up to you guys. Can't one hold a vote on this thing? Yeah, I don't even know. So yeah, guys, what you want? What you want? Tell me that I might deliver these goods unto you. Wait, today's the 3rd, right? Oh my god, there's still Dota later tonight? Oh my god. I thought it was just gonna be in and out, you know. We slammed this one game, it's gonna be done. Okay, there's still gonna be more tonight. Feels bad. Maybe I'll wrangle somebody to do it with me later tonight, Swati. We'll see. It will depend on how things go. I'll make that decision down the line.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Let's see. Say something. Oh my god. Say something, guys. Tell me something. Tell me what to do.
Dire team
If I'm honest, I think the other game will be. I don't. It doesn't matter, right? Yeah. Some games I don't want to watch a game that doesn't matter. This game actually has stakes, you know, all that good stuff. However, let me actually be smart about this. Because this is a best of 2, this Vega Squadron one, I rather cast the Final Tribe Helsinki game, because that's only a single game remaining. You know, they'll probably want to get some revenge and some warm-up before... I'm not sure if the lower bracket game is today, though. I think it's only the upper bracket games. Losers round game is tomorrow. There's only upper bracket games happening later today. It is gonna be, so it seems it's gonna be Ninjas in Pajamas taking on Final Tribe, and then OG will take on the winners of whoever wins here. Alright, let me make a prediction. The team that wins the first game is gonna win the whole thing.
5 seconds remaining.
But yeah, like I said, we're not gonna watch it. We'll watch the other one because that one, it's just one game. I do it, then I'll return later for some more Dota. Hey, purple, purpley being out here. And well done, Bravado. Yes, well done, Bravado CS team. Oh, check this out, purpley. This weekend, the WESG qualifiers, the South African ones, I'm gonna be hosting for Counter-Strike as well as for Dota. So you're gonna see your boy on camera. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be good times. Oh my god, and I also don't really want to cast the game with such disgusting heroes. Oh,
Choose your hero.
Pagna Coddle in one team. The other team has Phoenix Medusa. Miss me with that bullshit. Go guys, I don't want to watch this kind of game. This is so silly. Yeah, so it seems like we're not done at all today. It's gonna be lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of Dota. Feels pretty alright. You know, there's worse things than having lack of Dota in life. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty great. So I'll make sure before I leave my, actually no, I have my phone with me. Yeah, I'll make sure to host that stream on this one, just so anybody who's watching this one alone won't miss it either. Oh, let me, if any of you are interested in a really interesting essay, lol. If any of you are interested in algorithms and how, you know, what they're doing to us, you know, who's engaged in that conversation, check out this article. This article is pretty great, actually. You should see the link in the chat. The times, I'm not 100% sure. I think it's at like 9 on Saturday. From like 9 AM on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah. That's like the safe time. So as long as you're out here at 9 AM on either of those days, you should be good. Alright, now let's go. This last game of TFT and come on, load it up, load it up, load it up. Ooh. Sweet. It's gonna be pretty fun. Let me actually find the message they sent me about the times. Alright, so Saturday, here we go. Saturday, 10 AM is the Dota 2. From 10 AM until about 5 is Dota. And then on Sunday, then from 5 until 8 is Counter-Strike. And then on Sunday, From at 10 is StarCraft, at 12 is Dota. It's just finals on Sunday. 10 is the StarCraft final, 12 is the Dota final, 3 is the Hearthstone final, and then 5 is the CSGO final. So 10, yeah, even better. He gets to sleep in a bit. You know, you don't have to wake up hyper early in the morning. Oh, come on, load, guys. Load. Load. This is the most torturous part of any Dota game. Loading into it feels pretty bad. Oh, I got some new followers. Sweet. That's pretty great. Yeah, it's gonna be long as hell, dude. It's gonna be a long weekend. It's gonna be like the second gaming weekend in a row because we're casting Empowerment Cup this last weekend, and those were also like 9-10 hour days. But it's chill though. What's cool is that on the weekend I'm gonna be hosting the panel, so for once I'm just gonna be chilling. I'm gonna be very relaxed. I'm planning to show up to work hungover one day. I'm kidding. Yo, but it actually might happen. One of my homies, actually let me find this message. One of my friends, they just put out their album. Where is it? Alright, here we go. Yeah, y'all should check this shit out. Actually, this shit was fire. Let me not even lie. There we go. I'll post this as well. You guys should all definitely read the article. Check out the homies' music. And welcome to the third or second game. Last game for now, and then I'll come back later for the semifinals. Seems like Ninjas in Pajamas are going to be taking on Final Tribe. I think the first team takes on the second team, and then first team takes on the second team, and then yeah, all the way around for the second semifinal, and then losers play each other. As it stands right now, Helsinki Reds definitely starting in the lower bracket. It will be determined by the other series happening right now between Vega and Hippomaniacs, which team they'll be playing. But at this point now, they're just playing for practice and to be able to go into the loser bracket tomorrow with some pride of saying, you know what, guys, you know what, we didn't get bodied all the way. Shit just went south. Things happen. It is what it is. Forgive and forget, you know? Instead of this crazy situation where you're like, oh, snap, actually, we're screwed, we're terrible, we suck at Dota, we're the worst. So, Helsinki Reds versus TFT, game number 2. Game 1, honestly, I thought Helsinki was going to win game 1. I'll be perfectly honest. They were looking so good. And then, oh man, you know who messed this up, if I'll be honest? I think Rabbit lost them that game. When Wamba went in, they were taking a fight around the enemy base, right? And their Tiny got caught after, I think it was 1 or 2 heroes that bought back. Hero bought back on his Lion, and then somebody else bought back. But the call to make was to leave. And Wamba went back to sort of like see if he could get a kill, but mostly to interrupt. They lost, and then the rest of Helsinki They're like, oh wait, let's take this fight. And Rab 8 dives ultra deep into the rest of the team. He gets killed, and they use his kill to take Aegis, take a tier 2. And so and then they're like, wait, Terrorblade is actually by far the biggest hero on the map right now. They buy Butterfly, and they win the game. It's good times. So we're going to be having to see in game number 2, if nothing else, just some adjustments. Want them to be playing better so that they don't head into the playoff bracket demoralized. You know, we want good Dota all the way through. Helsinki Reds playing on Radiant side now. Oh, Final Tribe did break the curse though. Since like yesterday afternoon, I've only been seeing Radiant teams win Dota. However, the fact that they managed to secure victory on the Dire side is always a pretty good thing. So TFT, with that victory, they're on Dire again, so probably feeling good about their chances. Helsinki Reds will lead things off with the first pick, PA. They've banned Brewmaster, Phoenix, and Dazzle. TFT banned Io, Mag, and Beastmaster. So what's it going to be? Centaur or Axe? And is it going to be Lich or Grimstroke as the other supports? We can even pick Rubik. I actually really like Rubik versus PA. I'm not sure if PA is actually first pick material every single game. Or rather, I'm not sure if she's blind first pick material every single game. Like Terrorblade was last patch. I mean, she's good, right? But there's no guarantee that this hero will solo carry you the game. Whereas with TB, yeah, it seemed for a while like, yo, pick TB, win the game, guys. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't even stress. So now, they're really taking their time with this one. What's going on, guys? Okay, there's Grimstroke. Grimstroke Centaur, Grimstroke Axe. There we go. That's what's up. Yo, such average times. Jesus Christ. Such a normal draft right now from TFT. Then they'll probably go like either third pick Terrorblade or third pick PL. Then they'll fourth pick like Shaman or Lion. Oh my god. Even Oracle could still be picked by them.
5 seconds remaining.
If they're going to repeat what they did last game, I think Oracle was still a good pick for Helsinki. I think Vipu played it badly though. He kept throwing the Fate's Edict on the incorrect targets. You want to throw the Fate's Edict out onto the hero that's not supposed to be attacking, not when you're trying to avoid being attacked. You know, not necessarily how it works.
Radiant team back.
Okay. I'm okay with Undying. Good hero in the lane versus Centaur. Decent at providing some level of protection for the Phantom Assassin deeper into the game. You just drop the tombstone around this hero and it's hard to think about going on to PA. She has low attacks, like escaping tools. You know, can skirt under the radar. Yeah, I like the Undying. Centaur Warrunner. What else do they want to combo this up with? Okay, of course you have to ban Lich. You can't see Grimstroke and Centaur and leave Lich in the pool. Especially because they're the team on the final tribe that's picking out of ban in the next phase. So you ideally want to be making sure that you ban this hero out.
5 seconds remaining.
Helsinki Reds. Where is this gonna go now for them? They still need an offlaner. Brewmaster would have always been so nice. Mag would have been the best, you know, because they have PA, but they won't have that.
Dire team pick.
And ban Sand King too. So what? Are they going to be forced into picking what? Tidehunter, Earthshaker? I wouldn't mind Earthshaker, at least not as it stands right now. Still need more information though from TFT. This third pick, it'll probably be a support, so it's not going to tell us too much. So Helsinki should pick a support now as well and hold their cards. TFT can pick Lion again for Era.
10 seconds remaining.
And thank God Jonas and Farm is not going to be playing Sand King.
Remaining.
Though they won that game, TFT, I think Jonas and Farm was a major weak link on his team with that Sand King hero. They won that game despite him, not because of him. It was really bad, actually. So Centaur will do a lot better. Even if he's a bad Centaur, he'll do better than he did on the Sand King game.
Radiant team pick.
I said Lion, right? Because I wanted Helsinki to rather have Shadow Shaman, so they have push potential. Now Helsinki don't really have any ways to take down towers in the absence of taking a fight or perhaps dropping a tombstone behind the tier 1.
10 seconds.
TFT with the Shaman. Helsinki, man, Shaman would have been much better for them. But this is a great deny pick from Final Tribe. Because it's not like the heroes on Final Tribe right now are that scared of Lion anyway.
Dire team pick.
Alright, so lol, we see swaps around. I thought that Shadow Shaman would be on Helsinki and Rubik would be on Final Tribe, but it is the opposite direction. Great Rubik game though. Some fantastic spell. There's literally no bad spell for him to steal this game. Well, maybe even Retaliate, like, isn't too bad because of the additional damage it can give you.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's a decent game.
Radiant team pick.
Okay.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
This sort of makes it harder for Helsinki to pick a Centaur style hero in the offlane. I'm not like, it depends. If they really want to pick Axe, they actually can. Because in this game, they don't just have Axe alone. You have Axe and Undying to make life a bit difficult for the MK. It also could possibly be a mid Monkey King here. So Final Tribe are just messing with Helsinki Reds' minds. Waiting until, because they have lost overall pick. So they can decide at the very end how they want to run the Monkey King. Safe lane or mid lane. As well, Helsinki will have to reveal a little bit sooner. I think they have to pick an offlane hero now. If you don't pick Axe now, it's gonna get banned, and then you're gonna have to pick like Tide Hunter or something, or Pit Lord or whatever. And Pit Lord also sucks versus MK. Or unless they decide that they don't really want a hero that starts fights for them to come from the offlane. But what else could it be? Oh, Batrider. Alright. Oh my god, Batriders. Yeah, alright, cool. I'm fine. They needed a hero that jumps and starts fights. Batrider is that hero. Safer than Faceless Void because, or better than Void because you wouldn't be able to put any damage into the Chronosphere anyway. Affect heroes through BKB. Nobody on the enemy team wants to actually buy a Lincoln Sphere. And Centaur Stampede doesn't help anybody against it. It can pluck you in the middle of the Stampede and still drag you out towards the Helsinki Reds side of the map.
Radiant team back.
So Pugna is the last ban for TFT, so that's the hero they don't want to play against middle. Still haven't seen Invoker today, and I like Invoker with Rubik, I like Invoker with Batrider. It's okay with Undying.
5 seconds remaining.
So let's see what is going to be the final grab here. Oh shit. Lone Druid. They actually banned the Void themselves and they end up picking the Lone Druid. I also don't know how TB hasn't been banned yet. Medusa. Nah, I don't think this is a good Medusa game. Well, actually, they could pick Medusa on Final Tribe. Helsinki Reds are really bad versus the Medusa draft. No, PA is very overrated right now.
10 seconds remaining.
I feel like you pick Zeus or Lina. Both of these heroes can actually beat Lone Druid in the mid lane. Monkey King cannot. So, but this is rough, right? Because no matter where Monkey King goes, he's going to have a subpar time. Not the best lane for him versus the Batrider as well. And also, Batrider can get flying vision, scout you out over the trees, burn away all the trees you might be hiding on. 3 seconds until we see. Last pick. What's it going to be? It is... Oh my god. Oh my god. The meepo for Chessie. Alright. This is what you pick when you don't care. When you're like, whatever, I've already won. Doesn't really matter. This is so BME to go for this hero. But alright, cool. Cool. You know, BM has to happen eventually. But is this a good meepo game even? I mean, it's decent versus the PA. You get to net this hero down, burst her with magical damage before she has BKB. Lone Druid, even if he Savage Roars you, as long as you don't keep all the meepos in one tight cluster, you're able to still... You know, you can chain forth the ensnares. Make sure that the nets connect properly onto this hero. Not that great versus Batrider because Sticky Napalm hits in an AoE. There's a lot of damage that gets dealt. Very good against Undying because you just destroy the Tombstone immediately as you arrive. Rubik doesn't really have great spells to steal from you. This could actually be a good game. This could end up being a good game. Alright, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A guarantee that Helsinki Reds is going to start in a lower bracket, but perhaps they don't have to start there completely demoralized. And Chessie is trying to make that a different case by picking meepo. In times past, in the old Fnatic squad that had... Who was in that team? It was Chessie. It wasn't Chessie, it was Era... Era, Fly, No-Tail, Honey, and Trixie. Yes. Back in those days, Era would be the one that would play the meepo for the team. Both him and No-Tail had good micro skills. It was mostly No-Tail. No-Tail was a god. No-Tail is actually a godlike player, guys. This guy is really good at Dota. And he's been good at it for a very long time.
30 seconds to go.
And you see TFT, they invade the Radiant jungle, already planting out an Observer Ward to scout out movement here on the bottom side of the map. Vipu is going to find himself getting shackled. Chessie will get Inkswelled. This will guarantee the stun will come out. And Chessie is going to be the one to get these poof. Easy kill. Vipu's dead. Jonas and Farm getting the first blood. You know, Chessie will be get granted the salve that Frost was going to use. He's like, mate, you understand, right? I tanked the tower shots. You know what it is. So in the previous game, it was the Helsinki Reds who got first blood but ended up losing the game. Perhaps that will be replicated here. I do feel like though, even though later on the meepo can do quite well versus Lone Druid, I think in the laning phase it's not so great. Without any clones, just as a melee hero by yourself, Lone Druid should absolutely body meepo in the circumstances. Like Sayu should not lose at all. This should actually be a good lane for him up until the point where meepo gets level 4. Before that, should just be good times. Top lane, we do see that last hero will get right-clicked down by Hanskin somewhat. He's eating a lot of damage from these sticky napalms, but should still be okay. Frost currently is happily farming because Hanskin is the one tanking these napalm shots, and Lost Hero is probably more concerned with getting his own farm right now. Because I think when you're playing with the Meepo draft, right, or against the Meepo draft, you want a one hero that can play very fast and trap Meepo, catch him out, put him in a bad situation, so that it's harder for the Meepo to actually get anything done. And Sayu's losing this mid lane pretty badly, actually. Chessy just denied in front of his face. That should not be happening with this Lone Druid hero. This Lone Druid hero is kind of broken in lane. But simultaneously, I've also lost a lot of games playing with this hero because I don't know how to play it properly. Even though the hero itself, honestly, I think is actually pretty broken in the mid lane, but you have to be pretty good at the hero and play it in the correct fashion. In particular, you need to be able to micro how you right click with your bear as well. So you have two instances, neither of you are attacking at the same time. It's very difficult to out CS you and out deny you in that instance. Well, level 3 is up for Chessy. One more level and we will have a point into the ransack. And at that point, this lane becomes impossible. Not impossible, but then he'll do fine. Down at bottom, Rabbit. Saw him have a really good beginning to game number 1. Here in game 2, things are still going okay for him. Hasn't been able to accrue a mass amount of kills as we saw in the previous series. And we're just gonna loan him, you know, borrow some decay, borrow some strength from him and say, hey man, I need some help, thank you. You're definitely right, Purpley. It's very concerning that they have very little lockdown for the side of Helsinki Reds. The only stun that they really have, they have Lost Hero, who's trying to get a kill right now onto Hanskin. And you will succeed in doing so. So they have Lost Hero with Lasso. They've got Telekinesis from Wamba. And hopefully some configuration of the Scream Away, the Savage Roar from the Lone Druid, as well as the Entangling Claws. But that's about it. No other lockdown. And even all of those are not like... There's no AoE disable that they have on their team. Only single target. Speaking of single target though, Frost is gonna die. He's gonna lose his life here. The sticky napalm art is like 6 stacks on him. That's a proper feels bad moment right there. Dying as the Monkey King in those circumstances does not fill you with a great amount of happiness for your common man. And they're at least gonna kill Wamba in revenge for this. He's gonna get Phantom Embrace. Inkswell will connect onto him. He will pop his Mango just to lift back Frost, but Frost with the Bounter Strike able to secure the kill regardless. Oh, Monkey King talking trash at the end of that kill. Okay. Not bad from Frost, getting a kill immediately as you come back into the lane. As a carry player, when you're in the lane itself and you die, you know, dying happens in lane, but ideally as soon as you return, you either take a full wave or you get a kill or you take a jungle sack. You never want to come back and just continue the status quo of contesting for farm. That's always really, really bad. You want to get more advantage out of that. Bottom lane though, we do see Era falling very low, but Jonas and farm wants to try to get a kill onto Rab 8 with the double edge. They get the kill. Oh my god, that's actually great for Jonas and farm. So firstly, the PA kills the Shadow Shaman, gets the solo experience for that, but then Jonas and farm gets the solo experience even more. 300 XP basically for Jonas, level 5 now. This bottom lane, it's not super easy for the PA, you know. It's not like, it's not a losing lane, but it's not a winning lane either. It's just a very trade heavy lane. You have to rely a lot on your supports to be able to keep the centaur off of you, or you have to be underneath your tier 1 tower at all times. They have left this mid lane. Chessy gone into the jungle. That's what you do as the Meepo. You go farm elsewhere. And they are the ones dealing damage in that instance. Shackles from Era will connect onto Vipu, and there's going to be the nets, the ensnare, the earthbind rather. Allow them to get the kill. 2 points as well into the ransack. This ransack is so stupid, honestly. That being said, it's better than the Geostrike. At least it doesn't give the slow that the Geostrike had. So Meepo now has to chase you down. Actually has to be good at using Earthbind, you know. Because before, all Meepos had to do was A-click down the ground and they could all kill you. That was so silly. At least now, as it stands, Hero's better at farming the jungle, but worse at just chasing you down without any skill. A state of affairs that I'm perfectly comfortable with. And you know who's perfectly comfortable with this game? Jonas Farm. Had a great game. Has a killing spree to his name already. Is level 6. Not gonna die again. This Undying didn't stop him at all because Undying was needed to do other things. Such as die, mostly. But he's gonna have his Vanguard fairly soon. And they're actually even rotating down this Meepo. Primal Spring will come out as well. Frost has just showed up out of nowhere with this Monkey King. The Stampede. They want to try find the kill onto the Phantom Assassin. PA. The Tombstone was dropped down by VP before he died. Gets destroyed almost immediately. But here comes the rotation from the Bat Rider with the Firefly flying out onto multiple heroes. Lost hero should be able to find Jonas Farm. One more right click is all he needs. He does get it. The double kill also went the way of Chessie, bringing down the Rubik as well as the Undying. But now Chessie's in a lot of trouble. They lost hero Napalm. Did its work by slowing him down enough to grant the killing spree towards Rab 8. So this Phantom Assassin now picks up a ton of gold. All 3 core heroes for TFT were down at bottom. Look how much damage came out of the Bat Rider. And we saw in that instance why Bat Rider can be a counter to Meepo. Because the 2 Meepo lings were there. And then they both ate 3 napalms. It's like, oh snap, we can't do anything. Shit, this is a bad idea. Yeah, this LD is gonna have a rough game. Hanskin will die. You know, that's nice for Sayu. He uses that new synergy or the Spirit Link. It used to be called Synergy back in the day, right? Or does Synergy still exist? I think this was Synergy. One of these spells used to be called Synergy. I don't even know. I think it was Synergy on the Spirit Link and then Rabid where Savage Roar used to be. This was way back in the day. Bottom, Frost is here again. Wants to try and make a similar move as well to what they made prior. The Observer Order is dropped and they do see Rab 8. And because his blur gets popped, they know that there is probably heroes in the vicinity. They probably saw him jumping right now. Alright, he cut the tree down just at the last moment, but there will be the shackle. Jonas Farm is able to get off the hoof stomp, but they haven't done any damage just yet to Rab 8. Rab 8 instead is going to jump towards Era. Phantom Embrace will go out onto the PA, and PA will eventually die. Stampede was used as well. Inkswar will pop out onto Jonas Farm, stamming out Vipu, but Lost Hero has also shown up. Throws back the Flame Break to push back Hanskin, trying to get this kill. Other side of the fight though, Frost looking towards Vipu. They're finding underneath this Tombstone, but the Tombstone does eventually get brought down, and we see now the showing up of Meepo. The lasso will go out onto one of these Meepo links, but the double edge from Jonas Farm will be there to bring down Sayu, giving a triple kill towards the Centaur Warrior, and they're not done just yet. They want to get the full team wipe. Lost Hero, Primal Spring won't catch onto him, but they do have vision. Beautiful Flame Break pushing everybody back. Jonas Farm gets jumped upon right now by the Phantom Assassin. He's falling very low. One more right click will kill him. Chessie, one more kill. We can almost bring down Chessie. He can taste this kill, but the sticky napalm will not allow him to get it. Finally, Boundless Strike creates a space that allows him to get the kill. Now Frost on the ground, taking damage from Rab 8. He's trying to mischief his way out of trouble, trying to run away right now. They kill Vipu inside the trees thanks to Chessie, and now Rab 8 realizes that he's the one that's alone. Earthbind onto Rab 8 with the Primal Spring as well, creating enough space for them to get the kill for the Earthbinding Meepo. And it ends up being a crazy amount of fighting here at bottom. TFT, not only do they win the fight, they secure the tower, get the tier 1 in the hands of this Meepo, who is right now crazy farmed. 6k net worth. Obviously going for the mass Wraithband build, you know. I would expect nothing less. It is what it is. Centaur in the mid lane has his Vanguard flying out to him. And then now can start building towards having the Splink Dagger. Pretty important item. He grabs the Invis rune. They're probably going to find a kill. Oh, Vipu. Wow. They didn't even need to poof him. They just blink on him, Earth binds and ransacks. And he just dies. Jesus. Yeah, why did Lone Druid show up into this fight? I have no idea. The Invis rune though from Jonas Farm allows him to catch Rab 8 as he's trying to farm Ancients, and Chessie will be there in a heartbeat to secure a double kill for the Meepo. And Meepo went for Blink Dagger. That was the great item. I was wondering how did he get there so fast, but he blinked forward. And other side of the map, Era was falling a bit low. Lost Hero does not have a Blink Dagger of his own. He was trying to build into an Aether Lens first. They need to back away from this area because some very dangerous heroes are starting to show up. Firefly now initiated by Lost Hero. Can still get blinked upon. The Earthbind will be there. They're going to get the Phantom Embrace out onto him. They don't even need the Stroke of Fate. Easy kill for them to grab over that. And TFT. Oh no. Frost sees Womber as well. Doesn't have the Primal Spring anymore. But they can just keep chasing him with the Tree Dance. Gonna get the Jingle proc in a moment. Nice usage of the Telekinesis. Getting him some level of escape potential. But Frost, with the help of Chessie, finds him in the trees. They get a killing spree onto the Monkey King. MK is the lowest net worth core on the side of TFT, but still higher than this Phantom Assassin, who, whilst trying to still build into the Desolator for herself, long way to go for her. 2,400 gold still. Top lane, they do commit mass Serpent Wards. This is why I'm so perplexed why this hero isn't picked more often. The ability to do this for no risk, do lots of damage onto a tower, it's crazy. And Vipu showed up to perhaps try help defend, but gonna get brought down. Wow! The Blink, Earthbind with the Stroke of Fate, easy kill. Phantom Embrace is on the Batrider now. Long range Shackles going out onto the Rubik. Rubik will have stolen a spell, but not even gonna get to use it before he dies. Earthbind going out onto the Batrider right now. Bat's gonna die too. Frost had Jingu active onto him. We just lost 3 heroes in the blink of an eye here in the top lane. And then the tier 1 tower in the meantime are just being sieged upon by these mass Serpent Wards. That gets down as well. Ugh. They get the tower. Get 3 kills. Get a ton of gold for Chessie. He's building his E-Blade right now. Ursula PA still doesn't have the first Mithril Hammer. Oh my god, if they take that mid tower, that means that Jonas and Farm is getting even tankier. He's gonna just build a Crimson Guard for this team. Bye, Vipu. How many times have people died this game? 10 deaths. Oh my god. That might be the worst I've ever seen. 10 deaths at 13 minutes. Oh my god. Hey, Team Happy TV. Thanks for the follow, fam. Oh wait, snap. There's some things I didn't switch on. There you go. Y'all gotta put some respect on the name. And look at Chessie on the one half of the map getting a kill onto the Rubik. Other half of the map, Frost getting a kill onto the Batrider. On both halves of the map, Helsinki Reds are fucked. He can't though. Like, where can he go? If he's playing against... This would be a different game if he wasn't playing against Centaur and Monkey King and a Blink Daggering Meepo. Because if he tries to split the map by himself, right? He doesn't have Radiance, so they can't send the bear to do it. If he's doing it himself, it's... Like, okay, like, the next time he gets jumped on, you'll see what I mean. He dies, like, really fast, actually. Centaur can activate Stampede to increase the ability for people to catch up to him. Constant Earthbinds. If Monkey King finds you, MK does a lot of damage. They're gonna try kill you, some farm, but I'm not sure about this one. Without Blink Dagger, what are you supposed to do? I feel like Lost Hero was watching this game. The last game that Jonas and Fan was playing, the Sand King, and he was like, you know what, actually Blink Dagger's a bad item, I'm not gonna buy it. Womber, Phantom Embrace onto him. There's gonna be the last suit through the Soulbind, it's onto double heroes, but then there's so much damage coming through. There's gonna be Wukong's command being dropped, Vipu gets eviscerated. The Boundless Strike does way too much damage. They also lose Lost Hero as well, thanks to Chessie. Stroke of Fate connect onto Womber. Womber trying to escape this, has an Inner Shadows. There will be a jump forward from the Primal Spring by Frost, and he's able to get the double kill for the Monkey King. And they're not even done. Chessie, okay, look. How are you supposed to split farm when this is the case? When there's heroes like this that exist? Look how little damage this bear does. Literally tickles him. He legit can do nothing. Straight up not possible. I actually think it's gonna be 100%. I don't think you can win this game. I'll be honest. I think it's literally impossible. If TFT put their hands off their keyboards for like 15 minutes, maybe it's possible for Helsinki to win, but as it stands right now, this game is going nowhere. This Batrider went for this very foolish Aether Lens build. I mean, I get it, right? Aether Lens is actually not a terrible item on Batrider, but in a game where you're the only source of initiation for your team, you can't not buy Blink Dagger. You just can't. You just can't not. You just have to. It's distasteful, it's not fun, but you just have to. You don't have a choice in the matter. Like, if he had Blink Dagger right now, he could have taken this bounty rune without any consequence. Now he's going to take some damage for this. Going to have to spend some time healing. He might actually die. If somebody poured it to the tier 1 tower, they would have killed him. Yeah, here we go. Here comes Chessie. He's dead. If he had Blink Dagger, he'd live, but now... Oh, that was Era? I thought it was going to be Chessie. The Soul Bind will slow him down, but he's fucked no matter what he does. Ether Shock on the high ground. Era gets that kill. Woo! Game is extremely hard. Extremely hard. Sayu does now have the Maelstrom at the very least. But guys, we are 16 minutes into this game. There's several things that we don't see, right? We don't see the level 2 ultimate being a... Or we don't see the... Oh, actually, he's not going to level ultimate. Yeah, you don't level ultimate with this new spirit build anymore. He did get the attack range, which one should do. He's not going to go D-Lance because he can't get D-Lance before this game ends. There's no Batrider, Blink Dagger. Undying is still level 5, not even level 6 just yet. And Rab8, still 400 gold away from actually having this Desolator that is required to take these fights. First of all, you want some fun. Not a cure in the world. He is now about to finish himself a full Holy Locket. Can start building Heart of Terras. Chessie blinks high ground. Will just find this kill onto the Lone Druid. They stunned him up right now. Jonas and Fan will help for Chessie find it. Buyback will be there from the Bear. Frost lays down the Wukong's command. They're looking towards Lost Hero. Phantom Embrace catches him, and they've also dropped the Mass Serpent Wards, which will summarily destroy the Tombstone and begin the attack onto the tier 3 tower. None of the TFT heroes are on the high ground attacking this. And now the jump Chessie onto the high ground is looking to get the Earthbind onto somebody. They haven't found a kill as of yet. The initiation doesn't seem as clean from TFT this time around. And they will not be able to find anything. Instead, they just give away a bunch of gold. And everybody on the side of TFT will have to escape right now. Jonas some fun. Level 12, so level 2 Stampede. Blink Dagger is now going to start being built by him. And Centaur is one of those heroes where I don't mind the lack of Blink Dagger. Centaur and Earthshaker, you cannot. It's fine to not buy Blink Dagger because there's other ways that you can still be effective without that item. What is Batrider gonna do without Blink? I mean, he'll napalm you, but whatever. The tank is supposed to be the Spirit Bear at the forefront of the fight, or this Lone Druid, Undying, having early points into the Flesh Golem, running forward for you and just tanking up the hits. But yeah, that's not happening. Deso, 18 minutes. It's out for PA. Alright, let's see how fucked he is. So Monkey King has 12 armor right now and level 2 Wukong's command. So in the middle of the fight we'll have, okay, 15 armor, jeez. In the middle of the fight, either we'll have a grand total of 33 armor on this Monkey King. Okay, they do get the kill onto Hanskin, but look at the jump forward coming in from Chessie, looking towards Vipu. Vipu almost dead. Last hero is going to be the first one to fall in this instance, and we do see Rab8 fighting against Aero, trying to kill him. Does succeed at doing so, but they're inside the Wukong's command now. Rab8 trying to run himself away. He's healing up with the Sal. Nobody else is nearby enough to help him by allowing the Phantom Strike. Instead, there's only going to be Chessie and Jonas on farm. And oh, look at this. Wombo is trying to be cute outside the map, but instead ends up in a really fitful situation. Gonna end up dying, I think. Oh, they don't have Boundless Strike, so Frost can't kill him in one shot. They can at least kill the Spirit Bear. It's gonna be some bonus gold for Innocent Farm. Oh, nice Spirit Link. Ah, no, but the E-Blade from Chessie is good enough. He needs Blink Force. Yeah, you just can't. This Ether Lens. You buy Ether Lens if you can guarantee that the early game will go well. But when you're playing against Meepo, you just can't afford to go anything but Blink Dagger. Because you need to be able to catch one of these Meepo links. Or just catch anybody else. Right? Already now it's too late because if you get an early Blink Dagger when there's still only like 2 or 3 Meepos, then it's one thing, you know? Because then you say to yourself, okay, it's only 2 of them. I lasso the one. Sure, there might be an Earthbind onto me, but now they're committing Earthbind on me and not on somebody else. Now it's all 4. It's like whatever, man. Doesn't really matter. Frost. BKB was picked up by him. The Aegis does expire right now, so Chessie is no longer immortal, but with the Sheepstick, E-Blade, as well as a Blink Dagger, and level 18 on this hero, might as well be. Frost, one more level until he can get a point into the 600 tree dance, which is preposterous. Is Sayu just gonna die here? He is. Feels bad, man. I mean, okay, you guys got a kill on the other side of the map. Chessie, 2-man Earthbind onto these heroes. The mass proof's not even required. Just the ransack enabling them to get the kill onto Rabbait. One more Earthbind onto Vipu. Vipu might end up getting brought down here, but the slow from the zombies is doing the work. Inkswell. Oh, Earthbind at max range for Chessie. He's going to be able to get the final ransack hit and secure that kill. So Lone Druid ends up getting brought down. They lose Rav 8 as well, and they lose the Undying. Some of their most important heroes die there without even seemingly putting up a fight. Even this Grimstroke is more farmed than the PA right now. Look at the damage onto Rubik. Wamba is just going to die immediately. PA buys back. We see the kill going out. They will at least be able to find one onto Hanskin, but that's all Rav8 is going to be able to do. You know, the dog has his day, but the game is over. GG. Got bodied. Oh, bodied. So that's what's up. 22 minutes into this game. And we see that it is the side of the final tribe taking a 2-0 victory. They get themselves second place. Actually, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, right? They end up tying with OG top of the group. 3-1 is their score for both of them. And Helsinki Reds will be beginning the playoff bracket in the bottom slot, playing up against whoever wins this match, or whoever loses this matchup, which seems to be Hippo at this point, but we'll see. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me right now. My name is Snare. Yeah, it was a stomp, dude. It was crazy. It was actually a really fun game to watch. But regardless, I'm Snare. Thanks for being with me, ladies and gentlemen. I am now going to be taking a break for the next hour, 2 hours. Before the final set of games get started. So at least the semifinals. I just want to cast one of them. It's supposed to be in 2 hours exactly. So come back then and we'll talk, we'll holla, we'll say what's up. It could be anytime really. I'm not 100% sure of when it's supposed to go down, but it will go down at some point. So ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me for this series. My name is Snare. Like I said, we just saw the 2-0. And we're going to see me later. So if you haven't already, please make sure to follow the channel. Say hi in chat next time around especially. And, you know, buy some bits, buy subscriptions. Do all the things that will allow me to be able to actually pay people to cast with me. So that I can, you don't have to hear me alone, you know. I don't know. I think some of you might not like my voice. So if you don't like my voice, it is what it is. But either way, I'll be back later. Catch you guys on the flip side. Just had some Dota 2 action. Later on, we'll have... I'm not sure if I want to cast Ninjas in Pajamas or OG later. It'll depend on who their opponents are. But nevertheless, see you guys later for some more Dota 2 action. Probably you're going to see me casting Ninjas in Pajamas. Actually, wait, before you go. What do you guys want later? Ninjas in Pajamas versus Final Tribe or OG versus Vega Squadron? Just let me know in chat which one you would prefer. Wait. Before Purpley Stroonfield, don't go. Which game do you guys want later? I'll do one of them, but depends on which teams you guys are more interested in. Wait, do I even have an overlay? Oh yeah, I have an overlay. Choices. I always like giving people choices. I believe very much in human agency, and what separates us from anything that we know of is choice, more so than anything. So yeah. OG Vega. Alright, Purpley says OG Vega, Stroonfield. You down with that? Do you want OG Vega or do you want Final Tribe Nip? Hey, Richard. It's Richard. I'm down to cast with you, dude. Alright, so it's gonna be OG Vega later. I like casting with you. Casting is fun. We'll do this thing. So for now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys later for OG versus Vega Squadron. Take a chill. I'll hit you up. I'll holler at you. And we'll do this Dota thing, bro. You wanna cast tonight? You free tonight? Or only later on? But either way, we'll talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being by. It's been Dota. You guys have been great. See you in a couple of hours.